Okay, folks, welcome, of course, to Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway for the annual 2023 Gillies Contracting Battle of the Streetstocks. And I tell you what, there's a big lineup of cars here in the pits. It looks like it's going to be an awesome night of racing here. Of course, we've got the soothing sounds of Daryl Shutterworth. It's going to be our commentator. And Daryl, mate, it's always a pleasure to work with you. You're a weirdo, but we seem to get through somehow, mate. So this is a meeting, obviously, you look forward to as well.
Yeah, got to commentate it last year for the first time and absolutely loved it. So when the team reached out and said, hey, come and have a yell at this one, absolutely into it. Went out and looked at the track before, a lot of water on the infield, but the track looks absolutely magic. It's not wet at all. It's tacky, should be some good racing.
Well, of course, I've seen since we've been here reasonably early, Russell Stewart's been out there. Unfortunately, he was supposed to be racing in the classic Streetstocks this weekend, but he's actually damaged. He's got a poison inside his arm, so he won't be doing anything, but still had the energy to come out here and get the track prep. So, of course, we've got some good fields of everything else as well. We've got a 40-lapper Saloon event coming up as well. That'll turn into 65 laps, no problem at all, won't it?
Yeah, it's the old commentator killer, the old 40-lapper, but big question with that is, can anyone upstage Aaron Andrews? He's never been beaten in a 40-lapper. So I see young Ashton Osborne, he's come down from Christchurch for a crack. Dutchy's here. Mark Dobson from Riverside, he's in good form at the moment, so they're all going to be thereabouts. 40 laps of action should be cool.
I think it's going to be awesome. And actually, I said when I walked past Ashton Osborne, I said, well, it's up to second, third and fourth now. But, you know, you just don't know. When I seen Dutchy here, and like you said, behind us, old 51i has been going pretty good as well. Of course, we've got modified sprints. We've got the youth saloons here. There's a good field of stock cars. There's a massive field of street stocks, mate. We are in for some action this weekend, eh?
Yeah, definitely. And, of course, you got your 1 and 2 NZ there. Mike Jones, Paul Leslie are both there. Some great talent there. I've just seen Steve Dryden, the Oscar the Grouch, wandered past there before. So he's got his weapon here to do some damage. Local drivers, of course, they're full of confidence at the moment. Come off a big win at the State of Origin last week. So it's going to be entertaining. And it's going to be one of those things, 34-odd cars out on the track, not going to know where to look. So I'm pleased you guys are covering it.
Well, the thing too is that it's really, for most of them, it's the last meeting of the season, so they're not going to care if they're going to wreck some gear because they've got the whole off season to fix it up, haven't they?
It's the whole win it or bin it mentality, and I love that. It's great. It's great entertainment, and folks at home or folks in attendance here, as I say, they're really going to get their money's worth this weekend across all of the grades.
Absolutely, and of course, you'll be in the commentary. We'll be chucking a bit of crap to each other with any sort of luck. And of course, there's not much really more to say other than to go and probably have a couple of catch up with some guys. We look forward to catching up with you throughout the meeting as well. We might even shove a camera in your face just to really get you cranking up.
Excellent. Cheers, guys. Enjoy the meeting.
So 51 Mark Dobson, mate. This Hypermac. I mean, obviously you had a pretty rough start to the season, but everything seems to be clicking in just nicely for you now.
Yeah, I had a good run in Cromwell at Easter time. Mirror of a start at the start of the season, but yeah, getting there.
Shane McIntyre's obviously, you have him on speed dial these days, obviously, for anything that may happen. But, yeah, is this your last run of the season, or you obviously got Riverside Speedway next weekend as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm just running tonight, and then I'm away home to milk cows tomorrow, and then, yeah, Riverside's the last meeting next weekend, so, yeah.
What's the plan, 40 laps? Do you think the old girl's up to it?
Hopefully. It seems to be more of a long-run car, the races that I've done. So, yeah, just sort of come and do a skid and see what it's like. So, yeah.
You be raced much here at Beachlands?
Well, first time on this car, I crashed it and set it on fire. So, yeah, but I've been back since then and went not too bad. So, yeah.
One of those bogey tracks, obviously you want to try and get something, at least get the race finished. It would be a good start for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Everyone keeps telling me I need to paint the car a different colour because green's bad, but, yeah, we're getting there.
Oh, good stuff. Good sponsors, mate. Who looks after you?
Watson Farm Solutions and Riverton Farm Drainage, and then you got AWS and Hypermac Racing that help me out with the car and whatnot. So, yeah. What's
behind this colour scheme on it? Obviously, Daryl likes to talk a lot about that. So that's about, was it Days of Thunder movie, is it?
Yeah, so it's Cole Trickle's mellow yellow car, so same design. AWS done that for me. Yeah, I'm a bit of a NASCAR nut, so I wanted something that stuck out and definitely sticks out. I'm probably having the same luck as him in the movie.
Yeah, well, it's obviously because it's green. Apparently you don't have green in Speedway is what they say, isn't it?
Yeah, no, apparently it's a bad luck colour, so yeah.
Well, best of luck, Mark, and hopefully you bring it home nice and clean for yourself tonight.
Yeah, no, thanks, Jace.
Righto, straight over here, we've got straight into young, it's where George Phillips' top, but you're not George Phillips, but it is Ashton Osborne, and I'll just get the cameraman to come right up on him. So, Ashton, mate, you've come for a bit of a squeeze. I was talking to Tiny before, he said this is your last meeting of the season, must have a good run and have a good crack at that 40 lapper.
Yeah, should be good. 40 laps, I've always wanted to do 40 laps. 20 is not enough. But, so this last couple meetings of the season here tonight, so yeah, should be good.
All right, so this is it for you though, isn't it? Like you're panging up and getting stuck into some work. There's obviously some cars to build, some trailers to build and bits and pieces at Stealth.
Yeah, we're busy as at home, so last meeting and then, yeah, should be good.
All righty, so what do you got, like setups and stuff for a 40-lap race? You've never done one before, so how do you think the car will go as the race goes on?
Oh, yeah, it should be all right. Just going to stay at the front and stay there, I guess. But, yeah, I guess track's probably going to be drivey all night. It's cold, had rain here all week, so, yeah.
It says a lot of moisture underneath that. Did you go out there and have a wee look at the track earlier on?
Nah, I haven't had a look, but I can just looks drivey.
The old man will have the perfect setup for it, no doubt, anyway. And you've been pretty pleased with your season, like with the Stealth. It's obviously a brand new car. Has it gone the way you wanted it to?
Yeah, no, it's actually gone, real good. We got new motor and stuff this season, and went down to New Zealand, did good down there, and, just had a pretty good season.
Well, that's good, mate. And what's the plans for the off-season? Just stick it in the corner and leave it for a bit, or are you going to do any... Somebody said there might be some updates that need to be done to it too for the rear end?
Yeah, a few updates and build Dad's one, finish a new trailer. Yeah, and that's about it.
So... Jess will put the program up while I'm talking. So obviously there's quite a lot of racing to get through tonight, and it will end with the 40 lapper. And then tomorrow night we come back, we'll do the finals of the Gillies Contracting Street Stock, and then, the Battle of the Street Stocks, and then also we'll have a Street Stock chain race as well to end the meeting. So not too far away from the start in this one here, folks. This here is the 8-lap time trial for the Gillies Contracting Battle of the Street Stocks. 1NZ just coming past the control tower. That's Paul Leslie. So as we mentioned before, this is all about banking a quick lap time. So we'll keep an eye on the times as this rolls through. There's a lot of cars at the moment still on their first lap, so as soon as they start to trigger off the timing monitor, we'll start looking at who's placing where. So Mike Jones and 2NZ currently the quickest car out there. Jenkins second, then Paul Leslie. That's your top three. Schumacher, he moves up the order, currently in third place. Mitch Lavender, a 21.349. He's your fastest man on track, ahead of Adams and Schumacher. Matt Stewart puts in a good time, a 21.6 to put him into fourth place, ahead of Jones. So Jones has just dropped down to 6. Ben Jenkins up to fourth place, so he's been a big mover.
Jordan O'Connell ins. He's dropped down the order. He's down in 14th. So a few movers and shakers there at the moment, but your top time at the moment of 21.349. That is Mitch Lavender. Adams still holding second. Schumacher in third. Paul Leslie, the 1NZ, still down in 6th place. Chris Kurgazu in 9th. Then we go back to Bauer, Kennett, Finch. No change at the top end of town, though, whatsoever. Mitch Lavender currently leading the shootout here with a 21.349. It's going to be a tough time to beat by the looks of it. Adams still holding second, then Schumacher. Lap times are really not changing at all. Couple of laps to run in this one here. The Gillies contracting. Battle of the Streetstocks here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. Lavender still leads with a 21.349. Car number 555. Checkered flag drops. So it's going to be Mitch Lavender from Adams. Schumacher in third, car 77. So Lavender takes it out. Braden Adams in second place, car number 475. The 77 of Corey Schumacher comes home in third ahead of Ben Jenkins, car number 345. Matt Stewart in fifth. The 1NZ of Paul Leslie in sixth place. Mike Jones of 2NZ in seventh. John O'Garthley in eighth. Chris Kurgazu in ninth. And Brett Bauer rounding up your top 10. Then we go to Dwayne Kennett, car number 23 in 11th. Clinton Finch, car number 26 in 12th place. Ben Turner in 13th. And Jordan O'Connell ins, car number 94 out of Blenheim in 14th place. Had a nasty incident up there. In fact, there was a good contingent of Beachlands cars there, and a lot of them did suffer some damage. Having a yarn to young Tyler Count before this meeting, just as he was painting his tyres white. He wanted to white wall that machine. He's always a bit of a laugh, is young Tyler. So the green flag awaits us here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway, a race number 1 of the evening. And Marshall gets off to a nice start. Car number 88 leads him down into turns number 1 and 2. Car number 94 slots up into second place. That's Ricky Pilley. So Pilley off to a good start. Oh, so that's Greer. The 33 machine, the bonnet of the Greer car, causing Greer to park up.
Yellow,
So we have gone yellow.
On turn 4,
Thought that Greer may have made it back down to the infield, but no such luck. So Lucy Greer. Of course, the old lack of visibility, not an ideal scenario. So Lucy, she'll have to go down and park up down on the infield here. She'll remain as a spectator. So just taking a look at the Pits TV replay there, and yep, the lights went out pretty quick for Lucy just as she went into turn number 4. So she parked up down there in front of the Lammermoor Station corner. So he's in the old Marshall sandwich here at the moment. It's the 88 of Caleb Marshall leading this one. Clay Marshall, car number 97 in third place. As the green flag drops, Liam Gillies right down the inside of Marshall. So the lead changes early in this one. Gillies heads him down to the Paul McDonald earth-moving corner. Stretches the legs down the back straight. The Marshall twins in second and third. The 88 of Caleb Marshall in second. Then we go back to Clay Marshall holding third spot. Then we've got Bauer. Tyler Count trying to find a way up the inside of Bauer. Then the 94 of Ricky Pilley. He's right there as well. He's in sixth place at the moment. Then a bit of a gap back to Aaron Brooklyn, car number 33. He picked up a solid second placing at the Central Otago Champs last weekend. So he's in some form at the moment as well. We go back to Gillies, John Lang, Brooklyn, Olivia Glover and Bennett. Leader at the moment though, Liam Gillies, car number 25, a handy lead. Lap traffic is in now. He's gone around the outside of Laura Heads. In fact, it's actually Denton, car number 16. Clay Marshall trying to find a way up the inside of Caleb Marshall. Calc's right there as well. Oh, there's contact. Marshall's directed Calc out to the wall there, coming out of 2. Gives Brooklyn a chance to slip around the outside. Laura Head, she goes to the infield. Car number 64. That battle between the Marshall twins still hot at the moment. They're side by side coming out of 2. Liam Ballantyne, first season of racing in car number 27. He's coming under pressure at the moment from Gillies. Gillies tucks in behind him, looks to the outside. Should get a run down the main straight and does. Gillies. He's not in a hurry to get past Ballantyne. He's just taking his time here. He's got a decent gap. Brooklyn now skids past Caleb Marshall on the outside. So he's up to 3rd place. Chasing Clay Marshall, car number 97. Of course, he might get a little bit of attention from the officials with that move before on Tyler Calc. We'll wait and see whether he ends up in the principal's office. So 3.5 to run. Heat number 1 brought to you by A&H Limited here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. There's the race leader on the main straight. Looks to the outside of Niall Brook. Moves around there, past Brooklyn. Stretches the legs down the back straight. He's got Gillies just up ahead of him. 2nd place at the moment, it is still Marshall, but here comes Aaron Brooklyn right down the inside of Marshall. So he's come from well back in the pack to be up there now battling for 2nd place. He's made the move on Marshall. So Marshall in 3rd. Then we go back to Bauer. But out in front it is still Gillies with a handy lead. He goes down through the Lammermoor Station corner and onto the main straight. Leo Bennett up in front of him now. So Gillies. He's on the last lap. Heads down into 3 and 4. He's got Bennett just up ahead of him. He's not going to do anything silly though. He's going to come past and pick up heat number 1 of Production Saloons. Aaron Brooklyn home in 2nd place, ahead of Marshall. So a pretty tidy race here. Heat number 1, the A&H Limited Production Saloons. 10 laps of action. Absolutely dominated by Liam Gillies. So Gillies takes it out. Aaron Brooklyn in 2nd place. Then we've got Clay Marshall, Cam Bauer, car number 99, home in 4th place. Tyler Calc in 5th. Caleb Marshall, car number 88 in 6th place. Ricky Pilley in 7th. John Ling in 8th. Olivia Glover in 9th. Rounding up your top 10, car number 66, Leo Bennett. Home in 11th, Alicia Gillies, car number 76. Then Niall Brooklyn in 12th. Liam Ballantyne in 13th. Brian Wilson in 14th, Josh Dowden in 15th, Riley Stewart in the 661, home in 16th place, and a DNF for Laura Heads and Lucy Greer. They were parked up there on the infield. So Liam Gillies celebrates, grabs a checkered flag, and does a victory lap here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway.
Motherfucking neck drop.
Of talent right throughout this field, so should be some good battles. As the flag drops here, and it's the 36 of Max Kemp. He's side by side with Cron down into turns 1 and 2. Kiddo currently in 3rd place. These 2 drivers have really been the benchmark of the youth saloon grade this season. They're out front battling door handle to door handle, just like we've seen them do so many times this season. That's Cron in 2nd place, car number 29, looking for a way past Max Kemp. Kemp just sitting down nice and low at the moment. He moves to mid-track as he comes out of turn number 2, just making it a wee bit hard for the 29 of Cron to get past. So lap traffic not too far away. Young Crew Soper, car number 88. the Speedway Garage, sponsored Civic. He just sits down on the low line, keeps out of the way of those faster cars. That's all those new drivers need to do. Kiddo goes through as well. Then Caden Race. Then we go back to Richardson, the Wallistown Motors, car 53. Brooke Soper in car 8. Then Maya Johnson. She's not too far off the pace in this one as well, but it's still a Max Kemp who leads this one here, car number 36. They go round the outside of Lycan Cuff Willem. Car number 38 puts him down a lap. Of course, this is where it can all come unstuck for the race leaders. They need to be careful. They need to be patient where they make their move. Lockie Robinson just leaves a little bit of space here for Kemp, but he's gone high and wide right out towards the wall. Robinson does well to come back down. Cron ducks down the inside of him. Here comes Kiddo trying to find a way through as well. Goes past Bennett. Down the back straight, the race leaders go. 4.5 to run here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. This race brought to you by Des and Marg Tuck Shop. On the main straight now, the race leader. Cron in second place. Kiddo not too far off the pace as well. He's about to strike on Imogen Knox. Another new driver this season, car number 13. She's impressed me watching how she's gone from the start of the season to how she's going now. Certainly made some big improvements. Caden Race, the Deborah's Nothing But Dirt sponsored machine, up in 4th place, trying to chase down Kiddo, who's currently holding 3rd place. But that battle up front still happening. Cron still throwing absolutely everything he has at Max Kemp. Kemp on the main straight once more. Cron still chasing hard. The laps have basically, they've gone lap for lap. Cron's been faster one lap, then Kemp punches out a quick lap, then Cron again. So nothing between these two young drivers, and they've got a massive pack of cars to have to deal with here at the moment. They go around the outside of Johnson, Bennett, Wyland Cuff there as well. They sit on the outside. So Liam Gillies actually got the fastest lap in a youth saloon here at 20.240. Jaden Crom and Max Kemp. They've punched out some pretty quick lap times here as well. The white flag is out. Here comes the race leader. It's going to be Max Kemp who takes out heat number 1 here for youth saloons. Once again, a very, very tidy race. No cautions in that one at all, so a credit to all the young drivers out there. And a great battle up front, I'd imagine all weekend we're going to see some great battles between Kemp and Cron. So Kemp takes it out. Cron in second place. Noah Kiddo, car number 27. A nice drive by Kiddo to get up to 3rd. Caden Race, car number 49 in 4th place, ahead of Josh Richardson, car number 53. Brooke Soper was home in 6th place, ahead of Maddie Stewart. A nice drive by Stewart. Maya Johnson home in 8th place. Ashley Bennett, car 73 in 9th. And Max Fleet rounding up your top 10 in car 16. Shane McKenzie out there, car number 16, a former 2NZ Streetstock driver. Now, I sort of think to myself, I wonder if he's a little bit envious of some of these street stock drivers that are parked up in the pits here today. I bet he wishes that he was out there battling it out with his street stock mates, but he's done a very, very good transition. Of course, he went from street stocks to stock cars into modified sprints, and he's transitioned well, and he's become a very, very good driver in a very short time. He took a wee bit of working out in these cars, but he's certainly starting to get on top of them at the moment. So the green flag drops, modified sprints here, brought to you by Caltex City North. And it's Jaden Fraser out in front, car number 36 from Riverside. Leads this one here early. He's been the benchmark driver so far this season in modified sprints. He won the South Island Series that they just had recently. He won the Southland Champs. He won the Brett Cooper Memorial. He's certainly got some form. Mackenzie looking racy at the moment. He's in second place, car number 16. Then we go back to Johnson, car number 23. Vernon Helms, Mason Whelan and Gimlet. Talking to Helms before this race, and he said he's had a few issues with this car this season, just can't quite get it dialed in as Jaden Fraser pumps out a 15.007 lap time. Pretty racy for Fraser early. Just over 4 laps to run here, an 8-lap race brought to you by Caltex City North. And it's Jaden Fraser through the Paul McDonald earth moving corner. Stretches the legs down the back straight. As we mentioned before, these cars circulate not much slower than a sprint car on a nice smooth track. Shane McKenzie running 15.5s, Jaden Fraser about a 15.2 last time around. So Shane McKenzie not too far off the pace of Jaden Fraser here in heat number 1. So Fraser just goes around the outside of Gimlet. Now to the outside of Mason Whelan. Whelan just sitting down on the pole line at the moment. Just seems to be struggling for grip out there. This car number 88. Mackenzie looking racy. White flag comes out. Johnson still holding third place, and no change in your top 3 whatsoever. In fact, your top 4 cars fairly evenly spread at the moment. One more corner to go through the Lammermoor Distillery corner, and the checkered flag comes out for car number 36. Jaden Fraser takes this one here out. In second place, car 16, which is Mackenzie. He gets home ahead of Johnson. That is race number 1 for modified sprints here. Fraser takes it out, just over 5 seconds the difference back to Shane McKenzie. Johnson in third place, Vernon Helms car number 6 in fourth, Mason Whelan car number 88 in fifth place, and Michael Gimlet car number 17 home in sixth place. A 15.005, the fastest lap of the race for Jaden Fraser. He collects the flag there off Dave Perry down on the infield and sets sail.
Anderton Decorators are a long-established Canterbury company covering the whole of the South Island who love to support their local community. If you require expert advice from design to application, then Shane has the expert team to ensure your next project is hassle-free with a professional finish. Floor to ceilings, walls to roof, inside, outside, commercial or residential. Let our team take the hassle out of your decorating. Give us a call now on 027 Painting. That's 027 724 6846. Anderton Decorators, we have you covered.
Hi, I'm Brittany Carpenter, driver of 85 GM, based out of Greymouth. I use wholesale tyres, coloured chrome rims on my car. If you're looking for something unique and different on your car, contact Wholesale Tyres to get these coloured rims. Or get a hold of them on Facebook at Wholesale Tyres, or go onto their website, which is www.wholesaletyres.net.nz. See you trackside.
Need coloured chrome rims? Wholesale Tyres. Good rims, better prices, great people.
So pace car heads off down to the infield, set and ready to go here. Heat number 1 for stock cars here tonight, brought to you by Clements and Stephen Panel Beaters. Lights go green. And it's Mike Holly, car number 67, that had a line through his name there. He's actually out on track, so my list not quite correct. So Mike out on track there. He's fallen down the order slightly though. Out in front though, it is car number 5, which is Trazen, Ryland, Annabelle leading this one here down the main straight. Then we've got the 2 Tahura cars and Paul Simon there as well. Good battle at the moment for second and third place. Nico Tahura in third. Then we go back to Simon in fourth. Liam Squire up to 5th place ahead of Zane Tahura, car number 88. Shannon Simon, car number 26 in 7th. Down the main straight, Zara Lee Tahura still just ahead of young Nico, but Nico's managed to sneak down the inside. Adam Neighbour out there as well, car number 99 out of Riverside Speedway. Good to see Adam racing here tonight, make the trip up State Highway 1. So Simon, that's Paul Simon in the 77, currently in 6th place. Former New Zealand Streetstock champion. Davies in car number 36, currently in 9th. Then we go back to Casey in 10th. Mike Holly, who I just see went down to the infield out of this one here. So still a Ryland Annabelle, car number 5, who was your race leader here in heat number 1. Tahura in 2nd place. Simon holding 3rd, that's car number 77. Race leader just going through Lammermoor Distillery corner. Zane Tahura doing what he does best in car number 88, inflicting a bit of damage to Alex Davies in car number 36. Zane Tahura gets in one of those menacing moods, and he's pretty tough to handle out there. So still looking for car number 5. Here's your race leader, Trazen, Ryland, Annabelle. Of course, one of the Otago Outlaws team members. Comes through, Adam Neighbour heads to the infield. So 4 cars parked up down there now. There's Tahura, Simon. 2.5 laps to run on this one here. The first heat of the night for stock cars. All fairly well behaved out there at the moment. In fact, they're setting a pretty good pace out there. So the 26 of Shannon Simon, he just loops it down in turn 3 and 4. So Ryland Annabelle leads this one here. Nico Tahura holding 2nd place. Liam Squire now up to 3rd. The Can-Do Fishing sponsored machine. The white flag is out for the race leader. 1 more to run. Nico Tahura comes through. Then Squire, Paul Simon. He dropped a spot to Squire down in 3rd place. Fastest lap of the race. Trazen, Ryland, Annabelle, 20.370. Car number 5 has not put a foot wrong in heat number 1. Comes on through, takes this one here out with ease. In 2nd place, we'll see car number 75, Nico Tahura, chased home by Liam Squire. So heat number 1 of stock car action here. Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway, done and dusted. Of course, that race brought to you by Clements and Stephen Panel Beaters. So Ryland Annabelle takes this one here out. Nico Tahura in 2nd place. Liam Squire home in 3rd place in car number 948. Then we go back to Paul Simon in 4th. Savannah Simon, a nice drive in car 7 up to 5th. Zara Lee Tahura in the tank, car number 37 in 6th place. Shannon Simon in 7th. Alex Davies in 8th. Adam Neighbour, of course, he went to the infield. Zane Tahura, he might have shot down there as well. He paid a bit of attention to a couple of cars earlier on. Scott Casey, car number 489. Also on the infield, as was Mike Holly. going to be Smith and Ashton Osborne from the front row of the grid. Osborne gets on the gas, powers down to turns 1 and 2. Smith ducks in behind him. Paul Carr, he's next in the queue. Car number 11, but Finley ducks up the inside. Car number 77, Jason Gold, he's right there as well. He's currently in 5th place. Andrews tucks in just behind Gold. Greer's there as well. Then we go back to Bennett, Dobson, Skelton, and the second of the Bennett cars, Wayne Bennett, car number 67 at the tail of the field. But look at the gap with only a lap gone so far. Ashton Osborne absolutely screaming down the main straight. Smith doing a good job in 2nd place. Then we go back to Finley, car number 77. He's got a huge amount of cars, a lot of nose to tail contact going around 1 and 2. That was Greer and Bennett. Had a bit of a disagreement down there. But the stealth machine out of Christchurch, Ashton Osborne, looking pretty racy. Shane Greer, he's mowing the lawns at the moment. He's head down to the infield. The Greer logging car number 33. As Osborne comes through. 7 to run. Smith still holding that 2nd spot from Paul Carr. Aaron Andrews, he's picked up another couple of spots in this one. He's now up to 4th place. Jason Gold tucked in behind him. Then we go to Peter Scout and Mark Dobson. Andrews now up to 3rd place, so he's certainly making big ground through the field here. Dobson, a little bit loose coming out of turn number 2, a lot of bounce. They're all trying to find a way up the inside of Paul Carr. Skelton manages to get through. Then Carr, Dobson. Race leader. We're looking for car 16. He's on the main straight. Throws it into 1 and 2. Smith comes through. Andrews, Gold, Scout, Carr, Dobson. Then Bennett. Second of the Bennett cars. Issues there for Finley. He's just coasting at the moment. He was as high up as 3rd place at one stage. The race leader just trying to find a way past those lap cars. Ashton Osborne threads the needle, goes right through the inside. He should get the white flag this time around. He does. So pretty quick out there at the moment. Ashton Osborne, that last lap of 16.565. Travis Smith, 17.3. So just shy of a second quicker. Ashton Osborne as he comes around 3 and 4. Takes out heat number 1 here with ease. Well-driven young man in 2nd place. We're going to see Smith come home ahead of Aaron Andrews. But Ashton Osborne started from the front row of the grid. That'll be his easiest start of the night. The rest of them he's going to have traffic to contend with. 6.6 second win over Travis Smith as Ashton Osborne. Smith in 2nd place. A nice drive by Smith. Aaron Andrews was faster. 16.979 for Andrews. He's in 3rd place ahead of Jason Gold. Peter Skelton got up to 5th place. Mark Dobson in 6th. Paul Carr in 7th. Ryan Bennett, car number 66 in 8th. Brody Finley, car 77. He had some dramas out there. He finished 9th ahead of Wayne Bennett, car number 67 in 10th. Race fans, welcome back to Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. Looking forward to this one here. This here, folks, heat number 1 for the Gillies Contracting Battle of the Streetstocks. So as we read these out, that's the team. Car number 555, Mitch Lavender, is teamed up with car number 46, which is Andrew. That's one team. Ben Jenkins, car number 345, teams up with Dylan McCaddy. They will start from the second row of the grid. Third row, we see Matt Stewart, car number 88, 8-8 line up alongside Bauer, car number 4 out of Riverside. Next row back, Blackler, the Hulk, car number 8 lines up with his partner, Chris Kurgazoo, car number 86. Position number 9, Bauer, car number 99, lines up with Steve Dryden, car number 33 from Riverside. Next row, starting from 11th, we've got Palmer in the 315, the panel van, lining up with O'Connell Inns from Blenheim, car number 94. Jacob Campbell, the Muppet, he lines up from group position 13. His partner is Kennett from Christchurch in car 23. Ashton, car number 61, lines up from 15th place. And John O'Guthrie, car number 35 from Christchurch, alongside him. Next pairing we see is Gilliam, car number 39 from Beachlands Speedway, starting from 17th, with Turner from Christchurch, car 15 on his outside. Ben Bissett, car number 317, starts from 19th, with Finch, car number 26 on his outside. The next combination we see a Regan Constable, car number 363, start from 21st alongside Jake Barr, his partner in 732. Jones will start the 2NZ car from 23rd with Murdoch, car number 83, his partner starting from 24. Gillies starts from 25th on the grid, car number 417, his partner AJ Lapsley is car 14. Adam Stewart 634 starts from 27th, his partner of course Paul Leslie, the 1NZ starts from 28th. Next row back, starting from 29th, we have Campbell, car number 12, and Corey Schumacher, car number 77 from Christchurch. And right at the rear of the grid, we've got Adams, car number 475, all on his lonesome. So he's basically running for himself out there. Pretty sure he might get ghost points or something like that. They'll work it out. Certainly a lot of traffic on track. A lot of anticipation as the Gillies contracting pace car goes to the infield, folks. We're ready to rip into it. Battle of the Streetstocks for 2022-23 about to get underway. And it's Lavender that'll lead them down to turn number 1 here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. It's congestion down between turns 1 and 2. Pretty tidy down there so far. There's just so much traffic to look at. Sparks fly down the back straight. Lavender leads them through. Jenkins chasing hard. Car number 345. Bissett's been down to down there at the Lammermoor Station corner. So he's parked up right on the entry to turn 3. He'll want to get out of there as quickly as possible and manages to do so. So Lavender comes through, then Jenkins, Sean Andrews, Matt Stewart, he's made a good start as well. He's up to 4th place at the moment, looking away for a way down the inside. So 3 of the Beachlands Bulldogs leading this one here. But of course, they're representing themselves and one out-of-town driver here tonight. All fairly clean out there at the moment. Jenkins still trying to chase down Lavender, car 555. Matt Stewart next in the queue, then Andrews. They set sail down the back straight. Everybody just getting a feel for things out there at the moment. Red has come on.
Car underneath Alex.
So turn 4 seems to be
To that car.
the area of interest. So that's Bauer from Riverside Speedway, car number 4. Goes to the infield. Of course, Bauer, he's teamed up with Matt Stewart, the 828. So Matt up in 4th place or third place, I think it might be at the moment. So that's going to hurt them as far as a combination goes. So Lavender leads, then Jenkins, Matt Stewart, Andrew in 4th, Blackler, the Hulk in 5th place. Well, there's another car parked up. That might be Adam Stewart down there between turns 1 and 2. So I'd imagine we will see another red light. We do, right on cue. Just a few drivers there grabbing a little bit of extra real estate when the red light come on, but pretty sure That's Adam Stewart, car number 634. So again, makes it very, very hard as a combination. You really want your partner to at least score some points. Adam Stewart out. John O'Bower also out. Lavender and Jenkins starting to get a little bit of company down here as they strike lap traffic. Through comes Jenkins, so he's made the move for the lead, has he? No, he hasn't. In fact, Matt Stewart, the 828, now looks to be leading this one here. Of course, his partner is parked up down on the infield, so he's going to need to score a win. Grab as many points as he can. Through they come, the 828 of Matt Stewart leading this one here. Ducks to the inside of AJ Lapsley. Jenkins still holding that second place, trying to find a way through. Garthley's right there as well on the 35 machine. He's starting to put a wee bit of pressure on Matt Stewart. They come around a Lammermoor Distillery corner. We go red once more. That'll be for that car stranded down there in turn 3, I would imagine. Trying to catch a number on the side of that car, of course. It may well be Dylan McCaddy, car number 10. So he's out of this one here, McCaddy early. So we're just trying to catch who our race leader is next time they come through. There is cars absolutely sprawled everywhere. There's the 828 of Matt Stewart. Garthley in front of him, car number 35. Constable and Murdoch, they ever coming together down there in turn number 2. Both go down to the infield. They'll both get back out on track though. Very, very wet down there. Both cars struggling to get back out. In fact, Murdoch's still parked up. Constable just waiting for that traffic to go by. So Garthley's down in 23rd at the moment. Matt Stewart tucked in behind him, so he's really out of the equation. Stewart leading this one here. 1 second lead at the moment over Jenkins. That was the lead last time around. Certainly looks a lot less than that on track. Jenkins in second, then Lavender in third, Andrew in fourth. Then Ashton, car number 61, Blackler in sixth. Dryden's got himself up to 7th place, car number 33. AJ Lapsley comes through, then Murdoch, red once more, another stoppage. So it's been a little bit of a stop-start affair. Pretty sure that was the 315. Of Scott Palmer. He was facing the wrong direction for a reasonable amount of time. So set for another restart here. Gillies Contracting, Battle of the Streetstocks. And it's still a Matt Stewart. Car number 828. Who holds the race lead in this one here. Paul Leslie's done well. He's got himself up to 8th place, just ahead of Chris Kurgazoo. 3 laps to run. Looking for the race leader now, Matt Stewart, paying some attention to Garthley. Jenkins still trying to find a way through. Car number 3, 4, 5. Stewart comes out of 2 nicely, heads off down the back straight. Campbell just ahead of Jenkins, but he's down in 26th place, so he's a lap down. Stewart leads, Jenkins in 2nd place, Lavender still holding 3rd. Flagman looking for the race leader, the 828 of Matt Stewart. White flag comes out now. The club president here at Beachlands Speedway. Leads heat number 1. He needs big points. Of course, his partner is parked up down there on the infield. Stewart goes through, does it nicely. A decent gap now between him and Jenkins. And it's going to be Matt Stewart, the 828, who takes out heat number 1. Jenkins in the 345, home in second place. Mitch Lavender, 555, pretty sure he's the car that slotted home in third place. That's your top 3. We'll take a look at those results in just a moment. So it is Matt Stewart that takes this one here out. Ben Jenkins, 345 in second. 555 of Mitch Lavender in third place. Then Sean Andrew, car number 46 from Christchurch in fourth. Scott Ashton up to fifth place in car 61. Paul Leslie got up to 6th. A nice drive for the 1NZ. Corey Schumacher, car number 77 in 7th. Kyrgyzoo in 8th place in car 86. Braden Adams, car number 475, up to 9th from the back of the grid. A nice drive. Steve Dryden home in 10th place, rounding up your top 10. Then we go back to the Hulk. Craig Blackler, car number 8 and 11th. Jacob Campbell in 12th. Brent Bauer, car number 99 in 13th. Clinton Finch in 14th. Jake Barr in 15th place. Jordan O'Connell in car number 94 in 16th. Ben Bissett in 17th. AJ Lapsley 18th. Josh Murdoch in 19th. Dwayne Kennett in 20th. Then we go back to Ben Turner, 21st, Regan Constable, 22nd, Scott Palmer in 23rd, John O'Garthley, 24th, Kelly Campbell, car number 12 and 25th, Dylan McCaddy in 26th, Adam Stewart, 27th, Mike Jones, 28th, Jonathan Bauer, 29th, and Clint Gillies rounding up your top 30.
My lapse is not correct.
Alicia Glover there as well. So down into turn 1 and 2, Kalk looking for a way around the outside of Glover. Glover doing well now, car number 87, just holding Kalk out wide. Riley Stewart in third place at the moment. Then we go back to Leo Bennett. Then a bit of a gap. Bowers right there. Aaron Brooklyn trying to find a way through. Liam Gillies not wasting any time. He's there as well. In the front of that pack, we see Niall Brooklyn, the Colour Car Painters, sponsored car number 78. But Olivia Glover at the moment. Absolutely nothing between her and Kalk. Kalk will sit there patiently, sitting on the outside. Glover's making him work to try and find a way around. A little bit of a tank slapper coming out of there for Glover, but she still holds the lead in this one here. Car number 87. Bennett now starting to put some pressure on Stewart. Brooklyn's right there, so's Gillies. They're back down in 5th and 6th at the moment. They were 1st and 2nd in race number 1. They're trying to find a way through. Brooklyn having a big look on the inside of Bennett. Gillies, he's interested as well. He's trying to find a way there. He's on the outside. Brooklyn right down on that pole line. 4 cars going into turn number 3. Aaron Brooklyn fastest on track at the moment. But the battle for 1st and 2nd, they're side by side around turns 1 and 2 through the Paul McDonald earth moving corner. And it's still Olivia Glover who leads this one here by an absolute whisker at the moment. Calc gets a bit of a run on the outside. Gillies is about to join the race leaders now as well. There'll be 4 laps to run as Tyler Calc gets a nose ahead over the line. Glover's slipped down to 3rd place. Gillies looking for a way round the outside of Calc now. Brooklyn in 4th. He's trying to get past Glover. Gillies had to hit the picks as he went into turn number 3 and 4. Goes right out to the wall. Glover gives him space. Brooklyn now down the inside of Gillies. Calc out in front, half a car length. That's the gap. Here comes Brooklyn. He's chasing hard down the back straight. He's in a battle with those couple of Honda Preludes. And he's now on the outside of Tyler Calc. 2 laps to run. Door handle to door handle stuff here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. Lap traffic ahead of them. Can Brooklyn get a run out of 2? He does. Can he get the overlap? There's lap traffic there. Gillies is going to follow him through, so a nice move by Liam Gillies. Calc drops down to 3rd place. They go past Laura Heads and Brian Wilson. The white flag is out. 1 lap to run for Aaron Brooklyn. He's being chased by Gillies. Half a car length between 1st and 2nd. This is great racing here in the production saloons, brought to you by A&H Limited. But it's going to be Brooklyn. He'll take this one here out. Car number 33 gets home just ahead of Gillies. Tyler Calc, he's next in the queue. Some great driving across the whole grade. Aaron Brooklyn takes it out, 0.3 of a second to Liam Gillies. Tyler Calc in 3rd place. Olivia Glover in 4th. Leo Bennett up to 5th place. Ricky Pilley in 6th. Cat Bauer, car number 99 in 7th place. Riley Stewart, car number 661 in 8th. Caleb Marshall in 9th. Niall Brooklyn rounds up your top 10. 11th place, Clay Marshall. John Leingholm in 12th place. Liam Ballantyne 13th. Lucy Greer in 14th. Alicia Gillies in 15th place, Brian Wilson, car 7 in 16th, and Laura Heads, car number 64 from Riverside home in 17th place. An entertaining race win to Brooklyn. He takes this one here out, car number 33. Race number 2 for Production Saloons, brought to you by A&H Limited. We'll be back on track in just a moment. 10 laps of action from Youth Saloons.
I tell you, mate, what an awesome race that was. And, of course, we didn't even know you'd won because your transponder's playing up. John O'Garthley, what's going on?
Oh, mate, she was a bit of a hell of a race. We started off mid-pack, and it's the first time we've had a bit of a battle with that many cars. And car was going flawlessly till the second red, and just took off. And Clutch decided it didn't want to play a game anymore. So they're working furiously on it now, just trying to see if we can back it off and see what we can do. But it's a bit of a shame after going from mid-pack to the front and halfway through losing that clutch. So we're just going to see what we can do with it now.
I see Matt Stewart come over and said, no, you won the race fair and square. My lap's a bit of an issue for you. You've got 2 issues to sort out, obviously a clutch and a my lap's thing.
A couple of wee teething issues there, but we've just had a look and it's still flashing, so we'll go have a bit of a chat to the ref there and see what's going on with it, and hopefully we can get out back to the second one and keep the wheels turning. So.
Yeah, well, obviously you'll be a bit worried about what's going to happen from here, but you just said before your partner did a pretty good job as well, so you guys will have a good points haul. You'll just baby it and try and get it to last tonight, and then get a clutch off one of the boys and try and stick it in overnight. Is that the plan?
Yeah, well, to be fair, mate, I'm just going to go out there and give it absolute shit to begin with and see how it goes. But if it slips straight away, then we'll just try and cruise on the pole line or out along the wall and just try and get some finishing points. So, but no, apart from that, really happy with the car. So.
Good stuff. Good sponsors, mate. Who looks after you?
Hey, mate, we've got a couple of sponsors on board this year that really, without them it wouldn't happen. We've got Pit Stop, my boss in Christchurch. He's the man, always sets us up. We've got Jamie at Falcon Parts Rangiora, always looking after us for bits. B&T, and we've also got Hornby Radiators. So, yeah, good bunch of guys, and without them we wouldn't be doing it. So.
Well, good luck, mate. I hope everything plans out the way it should for you. It's a bit dodgy, but good luck.
Hey, thank you very much, guys. Have a great night.
Okay, just before we break away, we can see there's extensive work going on. The 10i car of Dylan McCaddy obviously received a bit of attention to the front there. You can see these guys are working away, trying to sort it all out. We had the big hammer out before, trying to smack the crap out of it. So here we go again. And Dylan, what's happened, mate? You not obviously got a bit of a snot there, did you?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened. I think my wheel got caught on Brett's car, and it's done a flat tyre or lost steering or some sort, and just put me into the wall. So, a bit of bad luck, really.
Are you going to fix it, get it back out?
Yeah, definitely get it back out. Just that corner and change the wheel. So I think we'll be good to go, hopefully.
Oh, God, we want the Riverside guys to hang in there, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
Who's your partner?
Ben Jenkins. Yeah, it's yeah, pretty good partner, so I was happy with that.
Absolutely, well, he's obviously been going pretty good as well. You can see a lot of work going on here, mate. You're going to get that all sorted out and fixed up, no problem?
Yeah, I believe so, yep. Just put a whole new corner on, get the generator there, welder there, so we'll get it sorted.
This is where your pit crew come in pretty handy, eh?
Yeah, pretty good pit crew.
And you got Chris Cougars as well. How'd you go on that one, Chris?
Yeah, pretty good. I think I finished in the top 10. I think I dropped a few spots after that red light, but no, it's pretty good. Car's still going good. So yeah.
All right, we better go because they're going to go racing, but best of luck, mate. Hope you get it all sorted out and bring it home tonight nice and safe.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, you reckon, Daryl? The Invercargill guys are having a bit of a struggle,
Yeah,
mate.
they are. Trust old Chris to sneak on in there when Dylan was getting a bit of the limelight, though, eh?
There's Stephen Lawrence walking past us. Stephen Lawrence.
As we go racing here, folks, Youth Saloon's second race of the night. Mulford Holdings sponsored, and it's Josh Richardson, the Wallistown Motors machine, who leads this one here. Brooks Oper in second place. Custom Signs sponsored car number 8. She's chasing Richardson hard in this one here. We'll watch for both Cron and Kemp to come through the field in this one. They were super fast in race number 1. Cron down in 5th place at the moment, looking for a way around the outside of Bennett and Maya Johnson, but out in front, the Wallistown Motors machine from Riverside Speedway. Josh Richardson, car 53, certainly one of those drivers that's impressed me this season. He's put in some pretty good laps over the entire season. He was strong at the start of it. He's continued on to grow as a driver throughout the season. He's starting to pull away now from Brooks Soper, starting to stretch the legs. Soper won't give up though. She's one of those drivers that gets a bit between her teeth, and she likes to chase down the leader. Cron comes through, gets past Johnson. Stewart's right there as well in the 828. That's Maddie Stewart trying to work her way through the field. Kemp's down the back there. He's caught in traffic. He's behind Caden Race. Noah Kiddo there as well. Speedway Garage car number 88 of Cruz Soper. Just sitting down on that pole line, staying out of the way. That's all young Cruz has to do. Of course, pretty good sponsorship on the side of that machine. Speedway Garage, if you're ever in Palmerston North, make sure you head in there and do check it out. In fact, the Pits TV beer garden there as well. Had a couple of quiets there when I was up at the Teams Champs. Very, very cool indeed. So young Cruz got a good sponsor on board. Back out on track though, you can see Cron trying to make a move on the outside of Soper. Gets her on the back straight. He will now have Richardson in his sights. They come onto the main straight. There'll be 4 laps to run. Cron goes directly to the outside. Richardson does a nice job. Just goes out wide to the wall. Just took his time, came across and closed that gap onto the back straight. Cron thought about it again. Tucks in behind Richardson. This is a great battle up front. Soper not too far behind the race leaders. We've got Howard about to go down a lap. Car number 99. Richardson. He parks the car just on the outside of Howard. He protects that placing once more. He knew that Cron couldn't get him on the outside, but here comes Cron on the inside as we go down to turn 3. He thought about sticking the nose right up there. Couldn't quite get through. They're now just tucked in behind Dresden Constable. Cron on the outside once more. This is a great battle up front here, folks, in the Youth Saloons. This race brought to you by Mulford Holdings. Here comes Cron on the outside of Richardson. Can't manage the total difference of car pace there. Cron just ducked to the outside, and away he went. So Cron leads this one here. 1 lap to run. Richardson in second place. Then we go back to Soper. Through comes Constable Bennett. Kemp starting to find his way through the field now. Taking a while to find his rhythm, get past those lap cars. But here comes Cron on the main straight. He'll take out race number 2 for Youth Saloons here. Car number 29 in second place. We see Richardson ahead of Brooks Soper. Nice driving by the Youth Saloons. 2 races tonight. No cautions whatsoever. Some great driving out there by all of the drivers involved.
absolutely I am, and one of the reasons I wanted to catch up for you, because obviously, you know, second place and all, and you must be pretty happy with that first up result.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was my front grid start off grid 7, so I had to make the most of it, and yeah, no, it was good battle at the front.
Now, I have to mention this because every time I've watched Matt Stewart race, he always does exceptionally well for the first 3 or 2 races or the first 5 races. So you'll be looking to try and make or break some hoodoo that's been placed on you for every time you get to that point where you're just about to win and then things turn to toast.
Absolutely, yeah. It's something that's stuck me for a few years now, and especially this year, twice in New Zealand and the Grand Prix escaped me. So hopefully I can get 5 more races in and yeah, be in for a shot.
Well, the thing is, the car's fast. There's no two ways about that. It is a very fast car. I suppose at the end of the day, it's about keeping it together and perhaps making a few mates out there that'll help you get through.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm using the mates, but also just trying to stay out of all the other stuff. So there's lots going on, lots of lap cars going all over the place. So you've got to be looking far ahead to make sure you avoid all the pile-ups. So, yep, we'll give it a go. We'll use some of our team's experience from last weekend and see how we end up.
Well, that was a good experience too for you, but 30 cars, what's it like to race 30 cars? I mean, last weekend, you had another 9 to contend with, but 30 is a whole different ballgame, isn't it?
Absolutely, they're everywhere, in front of you, beside you, behind you, so yeah, you can't make a mistake, otherwise you get cleaned up, so it makes you think and you've got to keep it tidy, so yeah, it's fun.
All right, mate, better thank your sponsors. I mean, you've got half your family, actually all your family here racing this weekend. You got your productions and there's a couple of streeties, and what's the deal?
Yeah, got 2 Streetstocks, youth Saloon, a production, and the old man was supposed to race tomorrow, but he's a bit crook, so he's going to leave it at home, but yeah, most of the family's here racing tonight.
Good stuff, mate. We'll better hand it over to these guys upstairs, old Daryl, and your best of luck for the next one, eh?
Awesome, thanks guys.
Up to you, Daryl.
Yeah, Matt Stewart, the club president down there, he did very, very well in heat number 1, Battle of the Streetstocks. But one of his club mates, Glenn Johnson, out there at the moment, car number 23, making Jaden Fraser from Riverside really have to work for this one here in heat 2 of modified sprints. Of course, brought to you by Caltex City North. Johnson leads this one here. He's got Fraser in behind him. Shane McKenzie not too far off the pace here as well. He's in 3rd place. Then a gap back to Vernon Helms. So the battle up front, very, very tight at the moment. Fraser absolutely dominated heat number 1 here tonight. Johnson up in front of him. Fraser moves to the inside. Just looking for a way through. Fraser at the moment, fastest lap, a 15.772. Then we go back to Fraser, McKenzie, Vernon Helms, Mason Whelan, and Michael Gimlet. That's your full field of cars here. Shane McKenzie just starting to fall away from the leaders. Still looking pretty quick though. They all come around the Lammermoor Distillery corner. Jaden Fraser with 4 to run. Make it 3 to run. He's got a nice wee gap there on Jaden Fraser. Fraser, he'll be sitting behind, trying to measure him up. He's going to find where Fraser is weak. Fraser there just hits a bit of a rut there in turn 2. Certainly didn't help him unbalance the car slightly. White flag comes out. Johnson, Fraser, McKenzie. What can Fraser do with 1 lap to go? He's having a look on the inside of Johnson. Johnson shuts the door though, a nice move. They go down to 3 and 4, 1 more corner to run. Here comes Fraser on the inside, Johnson on the outside. Johnson got there, folks. Johnson over Fraser. A nice drive. Then we go back to McKenzie, Hound, Whelan and Gimlet. So 0.071 of a second. Glenn Johnson takes it out over Jaden Fraser. Shane McKenzie in 3rd place. Vernon Helms in 4th. Mason Whelan in 5th place. And Michael Gimlet rounding up your field of modified sprints. That race brought to you by Caltex City North. Coming up next, folks, stock cars heat number 2, 10 laps of action. Brought to you by Clements and Stevens Panel Beaters.
What you think you do with your four-wheel drive. What you actually do with your four-wheel drive.
No matter what you do with your four-wheel drive, we've got the right tyre for you. So come on down to Mag & Turbo.
It doesn't matter how hard the job is, we suck it up and get it done. No matter how dirty our hands have to get, we suck it up and get it done. Suck it up, suck it up, suck it up. Out for suck's sake, suck it up, suck it up, suck it up. Out for suck's sake, suck it up.
Suck it up and get it done with suckitup.co.nz.
Technical Welding Services Hamilton are specialists in the transit concrete mixer industry. From chassis drop-off to a full working concrete mixing, the team will take care of the job from start to finish. Full engineering services and general sheet metal work can also be undertaken. Need a quote? Call 07 847 2031 or visit our website www.techweld.nz. Technical Welding Services Hamilton, we are the experts. Race number 2 for stock cars, the Gillies contracting pace car on the main straight there, ready to peel on into the infield. Alex Davies on the front row of the grid alongside your Heat 1 winner, Trazen Ryland Annabelle, car number 5. He might have a wee target on his back, they certainly won't want him to get 2 from 2 here tonight. Davies gets off to a nice start. Shannon Simon pays a little bit of attention to the back end of his. Of course, that machine of Shannon Simon's is for sale. He takes Davies right out to the wall, so a little bit of a pile up out there. He caught himself another car in the process, so 2 cars parked up out on the wall in turn 2. Both look like they're going to get underway once more. That may well have been Zane Tahuda, car number 88, involved in that one as well. So Paul Simon it is who's starting to put a little bit of pressure on your early race leader, which is Ryland Annabelle. He was your Heat 1 winner. Nico Tahuda in 3rd place. Then we go back to Savannah Simon. She picked up her first race win here a couple of meetings ago at Beachlands Speedway. Certainly been a big improver in the grade. Zarali Tahuda behind her. Simon on the outside of Tahuda. 489 of Scott Casey goes through. Bit of smoke coming out of the back of the 88 car. That's Zane Tahuda. So race leader just comes past the control tower now. It is still Ryland Annabelle who leads this one here. Heads off down the back straight. Simon absolutely ghosting him at the moment. He's right on that rear bumper. The former New Zealand Street Stock champion tucks in behind him. Nico Tahuda, he's well down the order in this, well, not down the order, he's in 3rd place, but he's well down the back straight. Zane Tahuda there ducks in front of Simon, so he gives Ryland Annabelle a bit of a helping hand there, managed to extend his lead. He comes past once more, ticks the lap off. Nico Tahuda comes through as well, so he's grabbed a spot. We mentioned in heat number 1, Zane Tahuda, he's in one of those moods here tonight to dish out some punishment, and at the moment it's Paul Simon that he's picking on down the back straight, so Simon has lost a fair few positions. Tahuda in 2nd place. Then we go back to Savannah Simon, currently in 3rd. Adam Neighbour, car number 99. We're a bit further down the order, as is Liam Squire. He's in 6th place in this one. 3 laps to run. Heat number 2 for stock cars, brought to you by Clements and Stevens Panel Beaters. Simon comes through, chased by Tahuda, Neighbour, Paul Simon, Liam Squire. Race leader on the main straight once more, Ryland Annabelle. Had a good battle early on with Paul Simon. Tahuda got involved in that one. Oh, big contact into the wall here. Paul Simon puts Tahuda in there hard. Tahuda kicking the 88 back into life. Looking for a spot to spin. Oh, that's going to be big contact there. White flag is out. Savannah Simon down there, She had nowhere to go. Race leader comes through though. Car 5 takes it out. 2 race wins from 2 starts to Rylan Annabelle takes it out. 75 of Nico Tahura home in second place. Simon was holding third place, but not sure who's grabbed that spot now. In fact, Liam Squire has got up into third place, the 948. So Rylan Annabelle takes it out. Tahura in second, Liam Squire in third, Paul Simon up to fourth place, Savannah Simon in fifth, Shannon Simon in sixth, Zara Lee Tahura in seventh, Scott Casey eighth, Adam Neighbour in ninth, and Zane Tahura in 10th place. Then we go back to Alex Davies, car number 36, coming home in 11th. Fastest lap of the race, Liam Squire, a 19.563. So he certainly found himself a little bit of pace late in the race, but 2 from 2 so far tonight in the Clements and Stevens panel beaters stock cars. Coming up next, folks, 10 laps of action. We're going to see the Saloons on track in just a moment. We'll take a quick pause for the cause and be back with Saloons. Osborne, the young bloke from Woodford Glen Speedway, absolutely brained the competition. He drove off to a pretty big lead, never challenged the whole time. This one here will be a little bit tougher for him though. He is starting on the second to last row. Peter Skelton on the front row of the grid. On his outside we see Ryan Bennett. As we go green here, heat 2 for Saloons, and it's Peter Skelton. That Stealth Machine. The car is for sale, folks, if you want a good competitive race car. Dutchie pretty keen to move that car on. He leads this one here. Bennett in second place. Then Aaron Andrews. Andrews was quick in heat number 1. He's got Mark Dobson alongside him. Couple of Hypermax, another Hypermax there. Jason Gold, car number 88. He's had a pretty good season as well. Some good results for the Gold Motorsport team. He's in a bit of a battle with the Greer logging car, car 34 of Shane Greer. Greer suffered a DNF in heat number 1. Then we go back to Smith, Osborne, Finley in the 77 machine, then Paul Carr. Behind Carr we see the 67 of Wayne Bennett and car number 6 Calvin Todd at the tail of this field. But Peter Skelton, though, he's off to an absolute flyer in this one here. He's got a handy lead at the moment. He's the fastest man on track, a 16.240, but he's got clear air ahead of him. Sits down pretty low between turns 3 and 4. Stretches to about mid-track on the main straight. Aaron Andrews still working away on Bennett, looking for a way past the Otago Metals Mustang. Trying to work his magic. Ashton Osborne running a 16.626. Last time around, the race leader is 16.4. Of course, Skelton has the advantage of that clear air. Osborne trying to fight his way through. He's managed to get past Greer. Trouble there for Finley in the 77. He gets a bit crossed up. So you battle for second place at the moment. Ryan Bennett and Aaron Andrews. It's still tight. Skelton trying to find a way through. He just got tied up behind car number 6, Calvin Todd. Managed to sneak on through though. Got it done. Ryan Bennett not too far away now too. Paul Carr, he gets crossed up coming out of 2. He's gone to the infield, car number 11. So there goes Skelton, white flag out. One more to run for the man they call Dutchie. Bennett's managed to sneak away from Aaron Andrews now. Just with that lap car there, they managed to get past Calvin Todd, where Andrews hasn't. But here comes the race leader, car number 72. Peter Skelton takes it out over the 66 of Bennett. Then Aaron Andrews home in a 4th place, just ahead of Mark Dobson. A nice drive by Dobson in the 51 machine, home in 4th place. So we'll recap your leaders. Peter Skelton takes it out, car number 72, 66 of Ryan Bennett in 2nd place. Aaron Andrews in 3rd in car 57. Then we have Mark Dobson, Jason Gold in 5th. Ashton Osborne did well to get up to 6th place. Shane Greer in 7th. Travis Smith in 8th place. Wayne Bennett in 9th. Brody Finley rounds up your top 10. Calvin Todd, car number 6, home in 11th. And of course, Paul Carr had that bit of an off. He parked up down in the infield and placed 12th. That race brought to you by the volunteers that make it work. Coming up next, folks, we're going to see another heat of action. 15 laps, the Gillies Contracting Battle of the Streetstocks. Alrighty, folks, welcome back to Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway, the second race of the Battle of the Streetstocks, brought to you by Gillies Contracting. Front row of the grid, we're going to see the combination of Turner in car 15 and Gilliam in car number 39, row 2, Finch and Bissett. Row number 3, the 732 of Jake Barr and Regan Constable 363. Next row back, Mike Jones, the 2NZ, and Josh Murdoch there, car number 83. Starting from 9th, AJ Lapsley in car 14 with Gillies on his outside in 417. The Leo Grove position 11th. Paul Leslie, the 1NZ, lines up with Adam Stewart in 634. Next up, we see Corey Schumacher line up alongside Kerry Campbell. They're 13th and 15th. We have an empty grid with Adams on position 16th. Of course, he's the man that's running by himself. Andrew, car number 46, starts from 17th with Mitch Lavender on his outside, car number 18. Dylan McCaddy, he'll be back in car number 10. He's from 19th on the grid with his partner, Ben Jenkins, car number 345. Next row back, John O'Bower, car number 4. Of course, he had a DNF in race number 1. He'll start alongside Matt Stewart. Car number 86, Chris Kurgazoo, he starts up alongside Blackler, car number 8. Next row back in 25th, Steve Dryden and Brett Bauer, car number 99, that combination. 27th is O'Connell Inns. He'll line up alongside Palmer, car number 315. 29th spot on the grid, Kennett in car number 23 alongside Jacob Campbell in the 94. John O'Garthley, your Heat 1 race winner. He'll start from 31st in this one. A tough assignment alongside Ashton, car number 61. So the Gillies Contracting pace car will head to the infield. Heat number 2, Battle of the Streetstocks, night number 1 here at Beachlands Speedway. A lot of cars really heading down, trying to shortcut what we'll call turn number 4. Of course, it is reverse direction, so they go down through 1 and 2. Fairly tidy round there at the moment. Beautiful sight, this many cars down the back straight here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. And it's the 475 of Braden Adams who leads this one here. Nice start by Adams, of course. He gets a 1.5 points basically. He's got no partner, so he would dearly love to bag a race win here. Down the main straight, Finch tucked in behind him. Comes out of turn number 2. Big moves at the moment by the 2NZ, Mike Jones. He's picked up a couple of spots early in this one here. Oh, contact down there. Blackler gets into the side of car number 12, which is Campbell. So a little bit more action early in this one. Stewart tucks in behind Kurgazoo. Adam Stewart not too far away from that battle as well. So Murdoch parked up down there against the wall in turn number 3. Cars strewn everywhere here at the moment. McCaddy comes through, Kurgazoo, Garthley, Matt Stewart paying a little bit of attention to the back of him. Remember, he said in the race interview he's having trouble with the clutch. He'll be hoping that there's all sorted. Leslie now, the 1NZ up to 4th ahead of Schumacher. Lavender and car 555 in 6th. Then Inns in 7th. McCaddy in 8th. Kurgazoo 9th. And Garthley in 10. Matt Stewart just outside of the top 10 at the moment. So Jenkins comes through. Gets past Ben Bissett. Campbell's there. Jacob Campbell. Kerry Campbell as well in the car 12. They're side by side down the back straight. Fairly fast-paced stuff here. Heat number 2 of the Gillies contracting. Battle of the Streetstocks. Red comes on.
49 to the infield, 49 to the infield.
So AJ Lapsley, that's 4. Noticed his inner guard before was peeled off. You can just see it. He's parked on the main straight there, so that guard flapping around that inner guard. So AJ Lapsley has been told to head to the infield. So Lapsley heads to the infield, so a pretty short, sharp stop. And we go racing once more. Race number 2 here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. Constable just sits to the outside of the wall. He's just circulating at the moment, trying to score points for his team. Of course, Bar's already parked up on the infield, so it makes their task very, very hard indeed. Braden Adams on the inside of Murdoch. .46 of Sean Andrew, the wagon. He's right out there as well. Ben Jenkins. Oh, wee bit of contact as he come out of the 4th corner there onto the main straight. The 4.75 of Braden Adams. Six laps to run here. Heat number 2. Through comes Stewart. He's side by side with Kurgazoo. Adam Stewart right there as well. He's paying a fair bit of attention to the back end of Chris Kurgazoo. We'll try and give you the race order next time they come through, folks. Hard to follow the leader here at the moment. So many cars out on track. So it's Adams who leads this one here. Leslie's up to 2nd place. The 1NZ. Schumacher in 3rd. Then we go to Lavender in 4th place. O'Connellan's in 5th. Then McCaddy in 6th. Kurgazoo 7th. Matt Stewart in 8th. Sean Ashton 9th place. Joe Garthley rounding up your top 10 here at the moment. Constable still stranded, goes down the back straight. We've gone red, so you can see a strip of rubber, a rubber band of some sort. So we go green once more here. Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway, and Garthley hasn't got off the line and been absolutely swallowed up. 6 or 7 cars went past him. That'll be that clutch issue that he spoke about with Jason a little bit earlier on that come back to bite him off the start line there. So Stewart up to 7th, Kurgazoo in 8th, Ashton in 9th. Garthley, of course, he would have fallen down the order from that start. Dryden in 11th, Andrew 12th, Jones, the 2NZ in 13th, Jenkins in 14th, then Jacob Campbell. Through comes Bauer, Stewart behind him. So car 10, McCaddy, is still on track, so it's one of the Christchurch cars that was sent to the infield there. White flag is out. One more lap to run here in heat number 2. Battle of the Streetstocks. Checkered flag presented though for Braden Adams in the 4.75. He got home ahead of the 1NZ of Paul Leslie. I think it was who got home in 2nd place. Adams, of course, running all on his lonesome. Of course, 1.5 is what he will get out of that there. Leslie with the fastest lap of a 20.060. Plenty of mud flying here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. Braden Adams takes it out ahead of car 1, Paul Leslie in 2nd place. Schumacher, he drove a good race. He got up to 3rd, car number 77. Dylan McCaddy, well done, up to 4th place. Jordan O'Connell ins up to 5th. Mitch Lavender in 6th place, car 555. Chris Kurgazoo in 7th. Scott Ashton, solid points for them once more. Car number 61, home in 8th place. Matt Stewart 9th. Sean Andrew in 10th place. Mike Jones, your 2NZ, home in 11th. John O'Garthley in 12th. Of course, he got caught up on the main straight here. Steve Dryden home in 13th place. Jacob Campbell 14th. Ben Jenkins 15th. Scott Palmer 16th. Brent Bauer 17th. Adam Stewart 18th. Dwayne Kennett 19th. And Josh Murdoch in 20th place.
Sorry, mate. I thought we might just interrupt you there a wee minute, Daryl, just to get this interview out of the road. Of course, a good drive, Braden. You know, you can't complain about that one, eh? That's another win and the old notch in the belt.
Yeah, no, that's good, eh? That track's it's a wee bit heavy, but heavy means drivey, so the harder you send it, the benefits out of it. If you sort of half-ass it in, you're going to understeer, so I just sent it and it worked, so keep it going, eh?
Yeah, dodgy old Falcon's doing a good job, isn't it?
Yeah, dodgy, all right. No, it's going good. I can't complain, eh? It's going good.
Okay, so who's your partner?
For a start, I didn't have one, so I was a man and a half, but I'm now paired up with Ben Turner because his partner can't go out now, so I think he had a DNF then, so we'll just carry on, eh?
Well, you're better off on your own by the sounds of things, aren't you?
Yeah. Nah, Ben will be all right. Ben's a good driver, so he'll put another tyre on, be back out, and 2 nights of racing, so plenty to go.
Absolutely. So anything you could change for the next one, you're quite happy the way it is?
Clean the mud off, probably, refill, check over, and we're good.
Quickly, just on sponsors?
Yeah, thanks my sponsors massively. Clutha Panel, Hammer Hardware, and my main sponsor, Corey at Soper Electrical. Couldn't do it without those guys, so cheers.
There you go, Darrow, eh? So we'll hand it back over to you, mate. So obviously, you know, you want to win off the front anyway, wouldn't you?
Alrighty, folks, race action back underway here. Production Saloons, their third race of the evening. And it's car number 97, Clay Marshall, who leads this one here. He's under pressure from Brooklyn. Of course, Brooklyn took out the win in race number 2. Side by side, past the control tower they come. Marshall and Brooklyn. Brooklyn looking racy. He's right on the outside. These two are going door handle to door handle here, folks. Nothing between the race leaders at all. This is a great battle. There's another Brooklyn-Marshall battle happening a little bit further down the field as well, with Niall Brooklyn and Caleb Marshall battling it out. That's down in 5th and 6th place. But it's Aaron Brooklyn who's managed to make a move now. Got past Marshall. Watch for Liam Gillies to come through the pack and try and put as much pressure as he can on. He had a great exchange in race number 2. So it's Brooklyn over Marshall. Liam Gillies, then John Lang in 4th place. He's looking good at the moment. Leo Bennett in 5th. Niall Brooklyn in 6th. Caleb Marshall, car number 88 in 7th. Then Lucy Greer. Bauer in 9th. Rounding up your top 10, we've got Gillies. That's Alicia Gillies. Liam Gillies starting to put a bit of pressure on the back of Marshall in car 97. Clay Marshall having to defend. Brooklyn really needs to make hay while the sun's shining here. He really needs to pull a gap because Gillies is going to be with him in absolutely no time at all. Gillies disposes of Marshall. He's now chasing Brooklyn down the back straight here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway through the Lammermoor Distillery corner onto the main straight. Brooklyn a 19.5, Gillies a 19.6 last time around, but Gillies is all over Brooklyn. He's really closing the gap. 2 or 3 car lengths is all there is. There'll be 3 laps to run when they come through this time around. They've got lap traffic there in the form of Liam Ballantyne, Brian Wilson and Laura Heads. It's going to come down to who can get past this lap traffic the best. Brooklyn on the outside of Wilson. He's pulled a slight gap from Gillies, but Ballantine's going high and wide. He's opening a gap up there for Gillies to go through. Brooklyn got caught out. He won't be happy about that. So a change in the race leader. Liam Gillies leads this one here. Alicia Gillies just up ahead of him. Then we go back to Brooklyn. Marshall. Liam Gillies powers off down the main straight. White flag is out. One more lap to run for Production Saloons here. Their last race of the season at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. And it's the man who's controlled the grade. You can see the brake disc glowing on his car. Liam Gillies takes it out. Brooklyn home in second place. Then we go back to car number 97, which was Marshall in third. But another nice drive from the Production Saloons to round off their season of action here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. Brooklyn won't be happy getting caught up in traffic, but Gillies takes it out. Brooklyn has to settle for second place ahead of Clay Marshall. John Lang in fourth, Leo Bennett in fifth, Niall Brooklyn a nice drive in sixth place, Cam Bauer in seventh, Olivia Glover in eighth, Caleb Marshall in ninth, and Lucy Greer in 10th place, car number 13. Tyler Kelk comes home in 11th, Riley Stewart, car number 661, home in 12th, Alicia Gillies, car number 76, home in 13th, Laura Heads, home in 14th, Liam Ballantyne, 15th, and Brian Wilson, car number 7, home in 16th place. That is Production Saloons, brought to you by A&H Limited. Liam Gillies takes out race number 3.
Paul Leslie, mate, you remember pretty stoked with that one. It's all about trying to, I suppose, just get the results and then build up to a bit of a bash tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just getting the points, and then hopefully we'll get into the top 10 shootout, grab some more, and then see how tomorrow night go unfolds.
Absolutely. Who's your partner?
I've got Adam Stewart, and I think it's the Stewart in the youth saloons as well. So, yeah.
You got the whole family, eh?
yeah.
And anything you're going to change on your car? I see you're working more on Mike Jones's car, and we'll talk to him pretty shortly. So we won't ask what's happening, we'll ask him what's happened there. But why aren't you working on your own car? You're obviously quite happy the way it's going.
Yeah, I've managed to avoid most of the trouble tonight. So, we're just pinning our ears and having a race, and poor old Mike's copped a bit of a beating, so we'll lend a hand and fix what we can.
I think you should change stickers.
yeah, could be an idea for the last one.
It'll keep it interesting. Good sponsors, mate, on your car?
Yeah, awesome sponsors. You've got Drainmate, L&B Performance, NVD Logistics, Transform Graphics, and Panel and Paint, and North Canterbury Engine Reconditioners. They look after us pretty good, so it's cool to get the number on the side of the car for them too. It's a cool thing. So yeah,
it's not like you haven't been trying for ages, is it?
No, only 12 years, I think.
You're still a young fella. Be Steve Dryden, he's been trying for, I think, 86 years.
Oh, yeah, no, he's got a few on me.
Good stuff. I'll just bang over here to Mike Jones, 2NZ, mate. You seem to be the one copping all the bullshit tonight.
Yep. No. Yep. In the wrong place at the wrong time. It's been like that for the last weekend as well, but we'll get there. Can only be up from here.
Well, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? I mean, there's going to be a lot of work going there, and I see you got all the troops have come around and tried to get your car sorted out.
Yeah, we're lucky to get out for that last one, and even then I nearly pulled off then thinking she was going to catch on fire, but I see my teammate still going, so I thought, shit, now I'll just finish, and Josh Murdoch, hopefully he's finished. It looked like he was going to, so hopefully we can get it back out for the next one and try and get somewhere anyway.
It's going to be a pretty sleepless night tonight, I'd say, trying to patch it all up, eh?
Oh yeah, she's pretty toast.
Good stuff. Well, we'll better give you your sponsors, mate, because you're going to bloody need them, aren't you?
That's it. Yeah, just a big shout out to Kahu. Whenua Construction. He's been amazing. Without him, this is his car. Without him, I wouldn't be here doing this, and I wouldn't have the number. So, shout out to him and his family.
Good stuff, mate. Well, hey, we'll just swing the camera around. Daryl, have a look at this, mate. This is what you do when you get into a street stock. There's a bit of bashing going on. Look at this whole side guard here, mate.
Got the old knock-on-it
Doesn't it
around.
remind you of you, Alana going down to Pack and Save on a busy Wednesday afternoon, mate? Is that the way the car comes home?
Yeah, pretty much, to be fair, it does. So get the old knock-on-meter out and knock a few things into place. But yeah, that's a lot of damage on the side of that car. That's crazy.
Well, somebody's making some comments here. What's up?
Makes it more fun when you're smashing them up. You get to fix them.
Yeah, well, exactly right. He's enjoying more fixing it while he is smashing it up by the sound of things.
They're a different breed. They're enjoying fixing it.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. Anyway, we'll hand it back over to you.
Alrighty, folks. Gotta love it. Gotta love the attitude of the street stock drivers. It's great. They just love the stuff. So good to see the crew down there chipping away. So Saloons, 10 laps of action for them, brought to you by the Lavender family. Caden Race on the outside in car number 49. Car number 73 is Ashley Bennett.
Guys, another lap.
So it looks like they're going to do another lap. Maddie Stewart, car number 828. Car number 21 on her outside. That is Jasmine Todd. Another new driver this season. Of course, young...
Just quickly,
Max
Daryl,
Fleet
just
there.
very quickly, I got Mitch Lavender down here, mate. We haven't had a chance to catch up with you from when you did that good thing in that shootout there, so must be pretty stoked. How's the car going since?
Car's going well. That race we had inside flat, didn't know, but still going good. Happy.
All right. We just wanted to catch up with you quickly, mate. Best of luck for the next couple of races, but yeah, we did want to catch up and just congratulate you on the win and hope everything sort of sticks together for the rest of to the rest of tonight and tomorrow.
Thanks, Jace. Awesome.
There we go, folks. Mitchell Lavender down in the pits here, catching up with Jace. We go green this time, the third and final Youth Saloon race here of the evening. They've driven well so far tonight. No caution so far in the Youth Saloons. Caden Race with a nice move on the outside of Bennett. Can't quite get the overlap. Bennett just poking the nose in there. They come down to turns 3 and 4. Caden Race, the Deborah's nothing but dirt sponsored machine. Powers off down the main straight. Bennett in second place. A nice start there for Noah Kiddo as well. Car number 27 up to 4th at the moment. Brooke Soper on his inside. Here comes Jaden Cron. Cron picked up a win last time around. He's at a solid second place in heat number 1 as well. Starting to work his way through the field. Maddie Stewart all over the back of Bennett. There's a lot of cars starting to really condense. Looking for a way through. Caden Race. Can he extend the lead? He's going to have lap traffic in the form of Jasmine Todd. And Kate Howard just in front of him. Goes to the outside. In fact, it's Dresden Constable. Goes to the outside of Constable. Manages to get past. Cron's made a big move down the outside to try and make it through, but Caden Race gets through. Maddie Stewart giving chase. She's now up to second place. Then Cron, Bennett, Kiddo, Kemp. Oh, Reds have come on. Imogen Knox over there, car number 13, just trying to catch that second car. That's young Lockie Robinson from Riverside Speedway, car number 97. Only been racing since about second or third meeting of the season. We're just going to quickly, we're going to duck down to the pits and catch up with Steve Dryden. But
we are going to catch up with Stephen Lawrence. Of course, Stephen Lawrence Dryden down here with us, mate. He hates being called Lawrence, that's why we call him Lawrence. But I tell you what, there's not too many people out here in this facility that, he's way older than the cars that are racing around here. So let's just start with that. But Steve, you've got a bit of work going on here. What's going on?
Oh, just broken corner, bumper corner, suspension and everything else. We just make it go for the last race, fix it for tomorrow in the morning.
Is there going to be much work you're going to have to do? Because this is a brand new car for you, isn't it?
Well, it's not a brand new car. Well, it is for me, but it's not a brand new car by any means. It's an old car.
Yeah. Is it going all right? You said it's a bit of a handful, that thing.
Major handful compared to the front wheel drive.
It's not just the car that's probably a handful either, Steve.
No, you'd be dead right there.
All right, mate. So obviously the boys are working away on it. You've got a bit of a bumper corner here. We might get the cameraman to swing around and show us this, what they're working on at the moment. What's actually happened here, Steve?
No, we lost the whole bumper corner, so we're just putting what we can on so we can carry on and race. Being rules, you can't run without a bumper corner on your car, so we've got to put something there.
Okay, so anything else? The car itself is okay, though?
Yeah, the car's okay. I'm just trying to get used to it. It's a handful.
Yeah, but of course you've been used to racing a front-wheel drive Mitsubishi, so quite a bit different. Even the handling would be amazingly different between the two, is it?
Oh, totally different.
49I, 828D, 29D, 73D, 27D, 36D.
So just Speedway New Zealand getting them all lined up in the order that they should have been in before Lockie Robinson's roll over there. Nothing worse than having a TV camera in your face when you're commentating. So green flag will drop. Caden Race will lead them off. Stewart moved down low early, trying to find a way through. Watch for Cron on the outside. Young Noddy looking for a way around the outside of Maddie Stewart. She won't make it easy either. They're side by side down the back straight. Caden Race from Riverside Speedway in Invercargill. Great looking car. Loves his racing, the young fella. He comes through. Side by side with Cron. You just see getting a little bit bumpy around 1 and 2 there. 5 laps to run. Maddie Stewart comes back to Cron in this one here. Brooke Soper. She's not too far off the pace as well. She's down in 4th place at the moment. Caden Race sits about mid-track. He's making Cron have to work for it. Cron very, very quick though out of turn number 2. Has a look wide. Caden Race gave him nothing at all. Goes around the outside of both Howard and Cruz Soper. Cruz Soper doing a good job just sitting down on that pole line, getting out of the way of traffic. Jaden Cron a 19.745. Fastest car on track. There's the old commentator's curse again. I was talking young Cruz up. He's parked up down here on the main straight. He may not be far enough off the pole line. Oh, there's contact there with the race leaders, Caden Race and Cron. Race was on the infield. We may well see a yellow here for Soper's parked up car. We'll wait and see what develops. We've only got a couple of laps or a lap and a half to run. Young Cruz Soper manages to get infield. So it's Cron now who leads, but we may read more about that one there. Maddie Stewart in 2nd place. Then we go back to Race. White flag is out. 1 more to run here for Youth Saloons. Brought to you by the Lavender family. Cron races down the back straight. Goes past Imogen Knox, car 13. Kate Howard next in his sights and onto the main straight to the black and white checkered flag. For the 2nd time tonight, Jaden Cron takes out the race win here. Max Kemp with a bit of an excursion at the end of that one. Fires off down to the infield. Maddie Stewart, a nice race by her to come home in that 2nd spot. Caden Race, car number 49. He managed to regather himself. Got home in 3rd ahead of Max Kemp. Brooke Soper in 5th place. Ashley Bennett in 6th. Noah Kiddo in 7th. Joshua Richardson in 8th place. Max Fleet in 9th. And Maya Johnson rounding up your top 10. Imogen Knox home in 11th place. Jasmine Todd in 12th. Dresden Constable 13th. Kate Howard 14th. Cruz Soper in 15th. And of course Lockie Robinson with that rollover. A tough gig there for young Lockie. I'm sure he'll be back and better than ever. Fuck him. Race number 3 for Modified Sprints brought to you by Caltex City North. 8 laps of action. a win apiece from Jaden Fraser and Glenn Johnson. Fraser leads him down to turns 1 and 2. Shane McKenzie slots into third place, just ahead of Vernon Helms. Mason Whelan, wee bit wobbly coming out of 2, but he's ahead of Michael Gilmert, who's at the tail of this field. As we mentioned before, a win apiece for Jaden Fraser and Glenn Johnson. This one to decide the honours for tonight. It's Jaden Fraser who's got away here early. Johnson holding second place. Then Shane McKenzie. He would dearly love to get up and challenge Johnson. Vernon Helms not too far away from him as well. They've sort of bolted from the rest of the field, which is Mason Whelan and Gimlet. Jaden Fraser at 15.105. You just see the cars bouncing around that top corner there. Through 3 and 4, the Lammermoor Distillery corner. Jaden Fraser leading. Johnson in second. Then McKenzie. Through goes Fraser once more. McKenzie really starting to close up here on Johnson. This will be a huge boost for confidence if McKenzie can get up and attack Johnson, who dominated heat number 2. Managed to fight off Jaden Fraser, who's been in absolutely amazing form. Here comes Fraser on the main straight now. 15.060. Johnson a 15.5. So about half a second the difference between Fraser and Johnson. Through goes Gimlet, the race leader. Jaden Fraser right in behind him. 1 lap to go. Johnson, McKenzie, Vernon Helms in car number 6. Then we see Mason Whelan. But the race win will go the way of Jaden Fraser. 2 out of 3, ain't bad for the young bloke. 23, Johnson home in second place. That race brought to you by Caltex City North, the third race of the night for modified sprints. Jaden Fraser takes it out almost 4-second win over Glenn Johnson in second place. Shane McKenzie home in third, Vernon Helms in fourth, Mason Whelan fifth, and Michael Gimlet rounds up your field. Jaden Fraser broke into the 14.976 lap times.
Secreted by an animal for the purpose of causing harm to another. Venom is injected to the victim by means of bite, sting, or some other sharp body feature.
It's action for the whole family. With 23 tracks around New Zealand, there is no better way to spend your weekends than at a Speedway New Zealand track.
Here they come to the start-finish line again.
There's something for the whole family. Sprint cars, saloons, stock cars, sidecars, midgets, and much, much more. Pack up the family and make a trip to adrenaline-filled, action-packed bashes and crashes that only Speedway can deliver. Visit www.speedway.co.nz to find out the track nearest to you. Speedway, it's our summer thing. The St. Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the Kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-boned fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
Pretty sure he's down the far end of the grid in this one here. Gillies contracting, pace car goes to the infield. 10 lap race this one here. So Squire gets off to a good start. Adam Neighbour, he sends Shannon Simon directly to the infield. So Nico Tuhura, he goes around. That's Simon involved in that. So there's a pile of cars down there in turns number 2. There's certainly plenty of swiping going on in this one here. Simon down to once more. Out in front, Liam Squire, Savannah Simon in second place. Through comes Annabelle, Zane Tahuta. Zara Lee Tahuta there as well. Sparks on the straight. Through comes Shannon Simon. So Savannah Simon just tucking in behind Adam Neighbour. Absolutely disposes of him. Coming out of turn number 2. The sole Riverside car in the field. Down 2. So Ryland Annabelle currently down in 5th place, just ahead of Zara Lee, of Zane Tahuta actually. As the race leader ducks in behind Tahuta. Car number 948, Liam Squire. Zara Lee not holding back. She tries to attack the leader, but he gets through. Simon comes through as well in car number 7. Zara Lee gives her a bit of a tidy up too. So the Tahutas certainly putting in some shots here on your Friday night at Beachlands Speedway. Nico Tahuta and Adam Neighbour there having a bit of a coming together. Still Squire out in front. Savannah Simon in 2nd place. Paul Simon the 77 in 3rd. Then Nico Tahuta. Annabelle still holding 5th place ahead of Zane Tahuta. Shannon Simon. But your race leader, Liam Squire, car number 948. Can Do Fishing sponsored machine out of Beachlands Speedway. Leads this one here. There'll be 3 to run next time Squire comes through. Through comes Adam Neighbour. Then Annabelle, Nico Tahuta. There's your race leader. Tucks in behind Zane Tahuta. Looks for a move up the inside. Pulls him on. Bit of attention paid to him from Zara Lee Tahuta. She's not holding back here in heat number 3. Squire still leading Savannah Simon in 2nd place in car number 7. They've got Zane Tahuta between them at the moment. Shannon Simon, younger brother of Savannah, heading up the back straight there now. Tucks in behind the 7 car. As the race leader, the 948, collects the white flag on the way through. Liam Squire on the back straight. He's got Nico Tahuta in front of him. He'll just tuck in behind Adam Neighbour and Nico Tahuta, and he'll take out race number 3. Simon home in 2nd place. That's Savannah Simon. Wait for the order to come through to see who got 3rd. There was cars all over the show there. So Liam Squire takes it out. Savannah Simon in 2nd. Paul Simon did manage to get home in 3rd place, car 77. Nico Tahuta in 4th. Zane Tahuta in 5th. And Ryland Annabelle only got home in 6th. And that one there, Shannon Simon in 7th. Zara Lee Tahuta in 8th. And Adam Neighbour finishing in 9th place. So that is your 3rd and final race of the evening for stock cars. We're going to have Production Saloons on track next. The A&H Limited 10-lap feature for Production Saloons.
Venom is a form of toxin secreted by an animal for the purpose of causing harm to another. Injected to the victim by means of bite, sting, or some other sharp body feature, which is what differentiates it from poison that is absorbed, consumed, or inhaled.
Laura Heads on the inside, Brian Wilson on the outside. A lot of cars trying to get through early in this one here. Contact there between Glover and Marshall. But they all get through. Liam Gillies off to a flying start. He's picked up about half a dozen spots. On the outside, Bennett trying to get through there as well. That's Leo Bennett. It's all looking pretty adventurous from the back of the field at the moment. As Lucy Greer comes through, a nice move by Greer. She's moved to the front of this field. Car number 94, Ricky Pilley, moves up to second place. Marshall's right there as well. That's car number 88, Caleb Marshall. But the Greer logging, car number 13 comes through to lead the second lap of action. Bauer down in fifth place. Glover just ahead of him. Brooklyn coming through, so Brooklyn's off to a flyer now as well. Down in seventh place, make it 60. Managed to get past Laura Heads. So the 33 and the 25 both started from the rear of the field. Brooklyn has managed to find a way through a number of cars. So the 94 of Ricky Pilley starting to put pressure on the race leader, Lucy Greer, car 13. Tucks in behind her on the main straight, goes to the outside. Yellows have come out.
Yellow on turn 2, go down low on turn 2.
That there's for car 66, Leo Bennett. Down there on turn 2. We go green here though. Feature race brought to you by A&H Limited. And a change in the race lead early in this one here. Pilley's managed to find a way through. Greer's lost a couple of spots. Brooklyn now up to third place. So Greer got absolutely swallowed up at the start of that one there. So Pilley leads. He's got Marshall on his outside. Side by side past the control tower here. 6 laps to run. The 10-lap feature final for Production Saloons. Marshall trying to find a way through. Niall Brooklyn goes to the infield. So does John Lang, car 44. So they've pulled up in this one. Watch for Brooklyn and Gillies. Third and fourth place at the moment, trying to find a way through. Both cars have picked up a race win apiece here tonight. In fact, Gillies 2 race wins, Brooklyn 1. Brooklyn now up into second place, tucks in behind Pilley. Attacks down there in turns number 1 and 2. Gillies now has a look on the outside of Marshall, gets the job done there. Then we go back to car number 97, Clay Marshall. Lucy Greer, then Bauer. Bauer hasn't really fired a shot since the restart. He was looking the raciest of the back markers prior to this one. So Olivia Glover, trouble for her as well. Car 87, she was up the leaders a little bit earlier on. She now goes down a lap. Brooklyn, can he make a move on Pilley? Pilley's doing well. Sits about mid-track down the main straight. Couple of laps to run in this one. Brooklyn again looking on the outside. He needs to be careful because he's opening the door here for Liam Gillies. You can look at Gillies right up the inside now of Brooklyn. Down in the Lammermoor Station corner. Gillies chucks it sideways. Pilley still leading. The white flag is out. One more lap to go. Oh, Brooklyn's gone high and wide. He's made a mistake there. In fact, he's got trouble. The 33 machine goes right out to the wall. Brian Wilson now on the inside of Pilley. Pilley on the main straight. He's going to take out a race win. A nice drive for the 94 machine. Gillies will come home in second place ahead of the 88 of Marshall. Trouble for Brooklyn. He heads down to the infield. Right front flat tyre by the looks of it for him. So an entertaining race there, brought to you by A&H Limited Production Saloons. Their last race of the season here And it's Ricky Pilley who takes it out. Caleb Marshall in second place ahead of Liam Gillies there. So that result changed around. Clay Marshall in third. Then we have Lucy Greer at car number 13 in fifth. Aaron Brooklyn in sixth. Riley Stewart seventh. Liam Ballantyne from Central Motor Speedway in eighth. Cam Bauer in ninth. And Laura Heads rounds up your top 10. So the Gillies contracting pace car heads to the infield, set for a start here. Heat number 3, Battle of the Streetstocks. Corey Schumacher, watch him from the second row of the grid. He'll be trying to get up there. In fact, red's on already. There's a car over down here in turn number 1. That's AJ Lapsley. Upside down there in turn 1. So, of course, AJ Lapsley, car number 14. He is teamed up with the 417. Of Clint Gillies. So, just getting Lapsley back on all fours. Thumbs up, AJ's all good. Signal to the medical staff there. That roof, though, fairly crushed. There we go. Cranks it up. So we're just going to take a wee look here at the Pits TV replay. But obviously, we get the pleasure of in the control tower here. Getting rid of a few little objects and bits and pieces off the track. So Adam Stewart. So just looking at the replay here at the moment, just looking further down the track there. Oh, so it was Adam Stewart that was actually spun. It was a big rollover. He actually went over a couple of times. It wasn't even Lapsley and Stewart battling it out. It was actually Scott Palmer who got into Stewart. So just one corner into heat number 3 of the Gillies contracting Streetstocks, Battle of the Streetstocks actually. And we've seen some pretty fierce action as we go green here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. Race leader comes through. That's Garthley. He's already picked himself up a race win here tonight. His partner, Grime, Sean Ashton, currently holding second place. Then we go back to Schumacher. Campbell there as well. A few cars coming unstuck. Bissett gets dealt to down here by Jake Barr. The Hulk just trying to find his way through as well as the race leaders come on past. Oh, Bissett almost collected there by the 2NZ. They're going to have to go red to clear that car. He's an absolute sitting duck on the main straight. The car's going. He just needed to find a gap to spin round. So Bissett there, he was parked up. He was waiting for a gap. And of course, when you got 32 odd cars out there, that gap isn't going to come. So Bissett caught up there. The amount of times that he almost got collected. Mike Jones, I thought was really going to make contact with him on the main straight. Just managed to avoid him. So unlucky there for Bissett in the 317. So trouble down there for Bauer. Car number 4, of course, he was teamed up with Matt Stewart. So Stewart's been putting in the constant results. Bauer, he's cooking away down there. So it looks like Adam Stewart makes his way to the infield as well as we get underway once more. Garthley side by side with Finch. Finch a lap down. Garthley powers out of turn number 2. Schumacher now down the inside, chasing hard. Ashton's there as well. Ashton in third place. His teammate at the moment leads this one here. Heat number 3. Battle of the Streetstocks. The 1NZ of Paul Leslie. He's right up towards the top end of town now as well. Couple of cars you can see there. Blackler, Campbell as well, just sitting right up against the wall, collecting points at the moment. So Leslie really starting to get up there and chase the front runners in this one here. Heat number 3, the Gillies Contracting Battle of the Streetstocks. Bauer trying to get back on track. He's down here just over the pole line on the main straight, looking for a gap in the traffic. The race leader comes through. Bauer will get back on track now. Through goes Campbell, Gillies. So Leslie in 4th, Campbell in 5th, Gillies in 6th, then Jenkins in 7th, O'Connell's in 8th, Jones in 9th, Jacob Campbell rounds up your top 10 just ahead of Lavender in 11, then Matt Stewart in 12th. So red light on once more. So seem to be heading down into turn 1 there, out towards the wall on turn 1, just trying to capture who that is down there that will head to the infield. So it may well be the 475 of Braden Adams. So Adams out of this one here. We've got 8 laps to run here, folks. Heat number 3, the Gillies Contracting Battle of the Streetstocks. Garthley still leading this one here. The 1NZ at Paul Leslie's finally made that move on Ashton, so he's up to 3rd place. Andrews gets spun. Kurgazoo just ahead of Garthley. He's about to put him a lap down, Kurgazoo. Kurgazoo gives him room. Garthley now starting to get amongst some traffic there. Will he have friend or foe? Oh, Ashton's been in fact, the 315 of Palmer got absolutely spanked right down in front of the control tower here by Bauer. Bauer wasn't holding back. He was putting in some punishment. So a lot more action in this one here. Kurgazoo put a hit on a car that was spinning there. Through comes Palmer, Dryden, Campbell, Jacob Campbell. Garthley comes through once more. Schumacher now in third place. Leslie's managed to make a move on him. We've gone red once more.
Gillies to the infield, Gillies to the infield.
So Gillies, we've been told, car number 417. Goes to the infield. So Clint Gillies will be a spectator for the rest of Heat 3. Ashton in third, Jenkins in fourth. Schumacher, he's dropped down a couple of spots now. Currently in fifth place, just ahead of Mike Jones, your 2NZ. Then Lavender, Stewart, Campbell and O'Connell-Inns. That's your top 10 cars. 3 to run. Oh, Dryden gets absolutely spat out by Matt Stewart. A nice move by Stewart. Dryden will be absolutely seething under the helmet of the 33 car. Still a number of cars limping around the circuit here. Oh, Garthley's been hit. Kyrgyzoo goes around. That was Campbell. Put a spin on him.
15C to the infield, 15C to the infield.
So car number 15, Ben Turner. He goes infield, of course. A lot of these are for simply nothing more than a flat tyre, folks.
Yeah.
So a number of cars parked up down there now. Seven cars on the infield. White flag is out. Campbell goes through. So's Ashton, Jenkins, Schumacher, Campbell. Kyrgyzoo's managed to get himself back on track in the 86 machine. Checkered flag awaits the race leader. Garthley picks himself up. His second race win of the night. A nice drive through traffic. Still cars being spat in all directions after the checkered flag. But an entertaining race with plenty of action. A taste of what we will see here tomorrow night at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. So John O'Garthley takes it out. The 1NZ of Paul Leslie in second place. Scott Ashton, car number 61, up to third place. Another good fistful of points for the combination of Garthley and Ashton. Ben Jenkins home in fourth. Schumacher in fifth. Mike Jones, the 2NZ, home in sixth. Mitch Lavender in seventh. Matt Stewart in eighth. Jordan O'Connell-Inns in ninth. Jacob Campbell rounds up your top 10 at car 94. Sean Andrew, car number 46, was 11th. Scott Palmer, car number 315. He got some attention out there. He got 12th. Brett Bauer in 13th. Steve Dryden 14th. Chris Kyrgyzoo 15th. Dylan McCarty home in 16th place. And of course, Jake Barth 732 17th. Josh Murdoch 18th. Dwayne Kennett 19th. Clinton Fitch 20th. Next on the list, Ben Turner. Of course, we've seen him sent to the infield. 21st. Clint Gillies 22nd. Craig Blackler 23rd. Kelly Campbell 24th. Braden Adams 25th. Ben Bissett 26th. Adam Stewart 27th. And of course, AJ Lapsley with that early rollover in 28th place ahead of Jonathan Bauer in 29th. There we go, folks. Heat number 3 of the Gillies Contracting Battle of the Streetstocks. Done and dusted. Coming up next, folks, 40 laps of action. The commentator killer. It's a 40-lap saloon car race here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway.
Daryl. I'm sure you're up to the task, mate. You know, you might have commentated a few laps, especially over the last few months.
Yeah, done a couple, to be fair.
They're busting for a leak since about halfway through round 2, though, to be fair. So,
it's it's only a small job, so you'll get through it pretty quickly, won't you? I tell you something, though, it looks like we're starting to see the cream rising to the top here at this event, though, aren't we? We're starting to see, John O'Garthley.
Yeah.
I mean, he was panicking because he didn't think his car was actually going to be able to do anything, but seemingly he's found a bit of something in his clutch, so we'll catch up with him as soon as he comes back in. Actually, Stippy's just getting some of the cars that are coming in, but who do you think's looking pretty good out there, bud?
Well, both him and Scott Aston, they've just been super consistent tonight. Like, even in that race at Garthley struggled with his clutch on the line here, like he still placed it in the top 10. So he's looking good. Ben Jenkins, he's been amongst it here tonight as well. Of course, the 1NZ of Leslie, he's right there. But of course, it's all about who they're paired with, and there's a lot of guys that are looking really good on track while their partner is sitting on the infield as a spectator. So the combination, obviously, of Garthley and Ashton, I'd say they'd have a handy points lead going into night 2.
You'd have to say so, wouldn't you? You can actually see, Jono made it very clear that he was just going to gain as many placings as he could get. He wasn't out there to necessarily win it, but what he does do, perhaps, Daryl, is he makes himself a bit of a target now, because I think you'll find that race 4 or 5 tomorrow, you might find that man put into the wall.
And that's the thing, there's already drivers out there already that have fallen out of contention. So a lot of it's going to come down to who you may have been nice to throughout the season, or who you may have annoyed throughout the season may end up being your enemy out there. So tomorrow night's when all the fun and games happens.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. All right, so we'll just wait for him to come back, and we're trying to get in before that 40 lapper kicks off, and that's in itself is probably going to be quite an interesting race as well. So you'd have to see with what Dutchy's done tonight. You'd have to rate him as pretty one-to-one to beat.
Yeah, Dutchy, Ashton Osborne, he's been quick as well, those two stealth machines. Who's going to upstage Aaron Andrews? He's won it before, more than once. It's a long race. 40 laps is a heck of a long time. Should be a great battle.
Absolutely, and of course you don't want to go out and win it, try and win it on the first corner of the first lap of the whole deal. So you've got to really wait, to be patient and just wait for stuff to come. But we can see the 35 coming in now. Hopefully you can see him on screen. The man's been pretty well on form tonight. This Hornby Radiators sponsored machine. He must be pretty stoked. I can tell you what, I'm standing here right beside this car, Daryl, and it smells of clutch. There's no two ways about that.
You can see the smile in his eyes before he even took that helmet off, to be fair.
Yeah. We might just wait for him to get out of the car. And, oh my God, it absolutely reeks down here. That clutch smells good, mate. Hey.
It's gone.
How the hell did you manage to get through a whole night with a clutch like this, and not only that, put it on the first place for 2 races?
To be fair, just trying to drive it square, man, it's impossible for me because I love driving sideways flat out, but just trying to, once I get up to speed, it was still slipping, but once you get there and try and maintain it, it would just stick together. About 4 laps from the end on that last red, she just gave up, and I didn't realise where actually the white had come out, so I was lucky because another 1 or 2 laps, mate, and she would have been on the infield. So bloody lucky tonight, man. But it's just a bit of a shame about that second one, but that's all right. We'll do a clutch overnight and come back strong tomorrow.
Absolutely. We better carry on, mate. The Saloons have just started, but congratulations anyway, bud.
Thank you very much, guys.
Up to you, Big D.
Alrighty, folks, 40 lap Saloon car race here, brought to you by the volunteers who make the world go round, is underway. We're a lap into this one here, and it's the man who's won this race before, Aaron Andrews, who's got off to an absolute flying start. The Hypermac just ahead of Peter Scouten. Car number 72, the man from Woodford Glen Speedway in Christchurch. They call him Dutchy. He's in second place at the moment. This is going to be a real good test. Talking to Mark Dobson throughout the week in car number 51, he's got what you call a long car. Not so flash at the start of the race, really comes on late, and that's where he said that he hopes that his car comes into its own here. So we're going to wait and see what develops throughout this race here. At the moment, Aaron Andrews, the man who's won this, as I said, on more than one occasion, he leads this one here. Peter Scouten in behind him, then Ashton Osborne. This will be a good test as well for Osborne, 40-odd laps. He's a young bloke, he's a hard charger. This will be a test to see just how patient Ashton Osborne can be. You're never going to win this
in the first few laps. There will be a long way to go. You can almost guarantee we will see a caution somewhere. But at the moment, the Otago Metals Mustang of Aaron Andrews, he leads this one here. Skelton in second place. Then we go back to Ashton Osborne, Jason Gold, Ryan Bennett, Smith in car number 8 on the outside of Mark Dobson in the 51. Then we go back to Shane Greer, car number 33, Finley in the 77, he's 9th. Wayne Bennett, car number 67 in 10th. Paul Carr in 11th. That's your race order at the mile. We've had a car go round down there. So the yellows are on. That's the 67 of Wayne Bennett. I think every time I've mentioned something tonight about how well everyone's going and no cautions, you guarantee we get a caution. So just taking a wee look at the pits replay. And pretty much Wayne Bennett just did that all on his own accord. As we go green, Ashton Osborne, he had a bit of a sniff down the inside of Peter Skelton, but he couldn't quite get the nose up there. But I tell you what, Skelton's attacking Aaron Andrews, but Aaron Andrews powered out of 2 well. Jason Gold, he's right there as well. He's starting to put a little bit of pressure on Ashton Osborne. Then we go to Bennett. Car 8. Just ahead, that's Travis Smith. Just ahead of Dobson in the 51. In fact, Dobson's managed to get past, so trouble there for car 8. He parks up down between 3 and 4. We're going to see another yellow.
Low on turn 3, please. Low on 3.
So another restart. We've only done a lap and a bit since the last one. This time Travis Smith, car 8. He went toe-to-toe with Dobson for a number of laps. He was putting pressure on Osborne. We go green once more. 31 a lap still to run in this one here. And Peter Skelton down the inside of Andrews. Andrews loses a couple of spots, a stealth sandwich there you might call it. Down the back straight, Peter Skelton takes over the race lead. Andrews will fight back. Ashton Osborne trying to look for a way down the outside of Peter Skelton. Jason Gold still holding that 4-spot. Skelton there looking very, very bouncy around turns 3 and 4. You can see both the stealth cars. Skelton's more so than Osborne, as Osborne has a big look on the outside of Peter Skelton. We lose another one out of this. That's Wayne Bennett goes to the infield, car 67, as the race lead changes. Ashton Osborne takes over the race lead here with 28 laps to run. So we've got Osborne, Skelton, Andrews, Gold, Bennett, Dobson, Ashton Osborne starting to stretch away from the field in this one here. This is as much of a gap as anyone has had in this race so far. Osborne last time around is 16.8, Skelton is 17.4. Osborne's been in the 16s the last 2 or 3 laps. Really starting to pull away from this field, the young bloke from Christchurch. Handy lead at the moment. Of course, we've had a couple of cautions early in this one here. Will we see any more where they came from? Calvin Todd, car number 6. He's being chased down the back straight. He's going to go a lap down in this one. 23 laps to go as Osborne comes around. Here comes Mark Dobson now. We mentioned before, he reckons he's got a long car. Comes on late. He was back from Bennett. Oh, yellows, that's Osborne. He's been tangled up there with Calvin Todd, the race leader. So another tail in this 40-lap race. The race leader, Ashton Osborne, putting a lap on Calvin Todd. So we get underway once more. Ashton Osborne leads him around. Peter Skelton in second place. Then Aaron Andrews, Jason Gold, Bennett, Dobson, who was looking pretty racy before that yellow, have been told that they may have a caution on lap number 20 just to regather everybody and have a restart. So pretty much a scheduled yellow. Dobson attacking Bennett once more. Shane Greer just behind Dobson. Then we go back to Finley, Paul Carr, and car number 6, Calvin Todd, at the tail of this field. Jason Gold starting to put a bit of pressure on the back of Aaron Andrews, car 57. Of course, if they've got that 20-lap scheduled yellow, Andrews probably won't be pushing too hard at this stage. He'll know that he's got a bit of a break coming up. Osborne leads, then Skelton. The two stealth machines out of Mark Osborne's garage up there in Christchurch, doing a number here on lap 21 of this 40-lap feature final for your Friday night here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. So through comes Calvin Todd, the race leader. Ashton Osborne comes through. Then Skelton, 19 laps to run. Bennett applying some pressure on Jason Gold. Dobson's not there. Maybe they decided not to do that caution they spoke about due to the couple of gaps we've had. A couple of stops we've had. In fact, we have gone yellow now. So that's the scheduled yellow we were talking about, folks. That'll condense the field. So a chance for drivers and commentators to catch their breath.
You can't catch your breath. Holy heck. I tell you what, this race has got a bit of everything going on, Darren, there.
Yeah, there has been a lot going on, and let's be fair, it's not a massive field of cars, but man, they've been absolutely giving it to it.
Unbelievable, and I thought Dutchie was sort of the one to watch out for, but Ashton round the outside, mate, was pretty outstanding sort of a drive. But seemingly what they're going to do here, I only just found this out before, which is why I sort of got it. You see the cone out in the middle of the track there. They're going to choose which lane they want to go on, and they're going to restart the race. I'm not sure what that's about, but yeah, whatever lane they go in is the lane that they're going to restart from, and they do the rest of the race from that position. So interesting.
Ashton Osborne's decided to grab position 2 with Peter Skelton on the inside, so pretty ballsy move by the young bloke, because Dutchie's pretty smart off the front row of the grid, so he's almost given him a bit of a free kick. We'll see. I mean, obviously Osborne's been out in front, and he knows the part of the track that he wants to drive on, so it should be a good battle up front here.
Well, what's interesting, Darryl, is how good the track stayed. Like, this is it's remained drivey all night, and there's no dust at all, and it's just been probably a dream track for these guys, which is kind of surprising that some of them are spinning out, to be fair.
Absolutely. Like when you look at the standing water on the infield, and we seen it when we got here today, it was the track I thought was going to be a bog. When I seen the infield, I walked out there, not a drop of dirt on the old shoes, but we're going to get underway again, folks. Osborne on the outside, Skelton on the inside. They meet down there in turn 1 and 2, and Dutchie may get the advantage, but Ashton Osborne powers out of turn 2, gets a nice run. He covers Skelton, gets the job done. Jason Gold putting all sorts of pressure on Aaron Andrews. 18 laps to run here of this 40-lap Saloon race. Ashton Osborne won that battle. It really was a battle at the front row. Skelton holding second place. Bennett's looking racy in this one here. He's all over the back of Jason Gold. Mark Dobson behind Bennett. Then we go back to Shane Greer, the Greer logging Hypermac, car 33. $15.5 to run here, and it's Ashton Osborne. He's just getting himself into a rhythm now. You can see that he's just sitting almost on the same part of the track, lap after lap. Just ticking them off, ticking the boxes, you might say. Peter Skelton still holding second place. Things are starting to condense for that third spot though. How long can Aaron Andrews hold on to that spot? Jason Gold, can he back himself? Here's Mark Dobson down the inside of Bennett. So he's picked himself up a spot. Jason Gold looking for a way down the inside of Aaron Andrews. There's plenty of rubbing and grinding going on down there, and if they're not careful, Mark Dobson will pick them both up. Look at Dobson, goes to the outside of Jason Gold, just pulls out of it there. I thought he was going to back himself to have a go down the back straight. Osborne comes through. This is a great battle for the last place on the podium of the 40-lapper. 12 laps to go. Bennett's starting to come back now as well. Dobson looking quick, 17.690 last lap. He was the fastest man on track. Bennett, he's back into the equation here. Of course, Dobson trying to find the confidence in this car to sit himself out a little bit wider and attack Jason Gold. So Calvin Todd, he's about to get Ashton Osborne all over him again. This time Ashton Osborne doesn't get tangled up behind Todd. Peter Skelton chases through. 2.9 seconds last time around, the gap between Skelton and Osborne. Oh, trouble there for Dobson. He's gone around, so in the heat of battle, the pressure got to Mark Dobson. Round he went, so that drops him down the order. Gives him a bit of clear air to play with as well, but we're into the final stages of this one, folks. We've got 9 laps to run here. Amazing how quickly 30-odd laps can disappear when you're lapping at about 17 seconds a lap. Through comes Dobson. He's got Peter Skelton behind him. He's going to put him a lap down. Ashton Osborne, he's got lap traffic in front of him as well. Osborne will have 6 laps to run as he comes through. Through comes Skelton in second place. Aaron Andrews, he's managed to pull away from Jason Gold now, but that battle between Gold and Bennett starting to heat up. Calvin Todd, he just sits down on the pole line, lets him through. Bit of smoke starting to come from car 11. That's Paul Carr as he goes around in front of Ashton Osborne. Osborne manages to sneak on past. Paul Carr decides he's had enough. He goes to the infield, rightly so. That bit of smoke coming out of car 11 could be a bit of a concern for Paul Carr. Finley now, car number 77. Osborne alongside him. Osborne goes to the outside, goes around 3 and 4. There'll be 3 laps to run this time around for Ashton Osborne. Mark Dobson looking for a way around the outside of Finley. Through comes Andrews, Gold, and Bennett. Still that position completely undecided at the moment, that battle for third. But out in front, no one laying a finger on the young bloke out of Christchurch, Ashton Osborne. He's doing it easy out there tonight. Goes around the outside of both Greer and Calvin Todd and onto the main straight. Ashton Osborne, he's been a class act from the restart. He bit Peter Skelton to turn number 1. That was the telling tale of this race. There is 1 lap to go for Ashton Osborne. Peter Skelton comes through. The battle for third is between Andrews, Gold and Bennett. But here comes Ashton Osborne. The young bloke from Christchurch takes out the 40 laps saloon feature here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. A nice drive by Skelton. He comes home in second place, and Aaron Andrews gets the last spot on the podium in car 57. Well, folks, there we go. 40 laps of action here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway, and it's Ashton Osborne who takes it out by almost 5 seconds. A best lap time of a 16.729. Peter Skelton in second place. Aaron Andrews gets himself home in third. Jason Gold in fourth. Ryan Bennett in fifth. Shane Greer in sixth. Mark Dobson up to seventh. Brody Finley in eighth. Calvin Todd in ninth. And Paul Carr, a DNF on the infield though, but given 10th spot. Wayne Bennett in 11th. And Travis Smith in 12th place. Well, there we go, race fans. Night one here. Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway. Gillies Contracting. Battle of the Streetstocks. It's been an absolute hoot here, folks. Make sure you put your hands together for young Ashton Osborne. Young, fit. He's even destroyed the checkered flag, so he's going to drive around and wave the stick, you might say.
Sanctuary.
The old man, he must be proud of that, boy.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that was good. Oh, yeah, that was good, eh?
Who's on the beat button?
Yeah, 40 laps would have been good though, start to finish. But
what was that, Daryl?
Who's on the beat button? Old potty mouth there.
That was a good race. Yeah, yeah, it was good actually to see cars that I don't know how they set them up, whether they got better or got worse, and. No, we took a couple of gambles on this one, and he drove it well. So yeah,
it's amazing, and it was must have been a bit of a nerve-wracking thing when he banged into that lap car there. I thought, oh, geez, what damage would have been done to the car, but it held up all right.
Yeah, no, it was just I was hoping there was no damage, but yeah, it looked like a bit of a soft spin, but yeah, no, you've just got to be careful when you're coming up behind back markers in any race. So, but it keeps it interesting. Yeah, it was a good race, so I think he'll be stoked. So
yeah, of course, Stealth won too as well. That's even better.
Yeah, real good. How good are they? Eh? So, yeah.
So where's your sales pitch, Mark?
Yeah.
Stiffy will get old young Ashton getting out of the car, and yes, the cars speak for themselves. The Watkins race engine obviously pumping away in there is a really good thing as well, and AWS Graphics doing all the work in it, and a bit of a father-son moment there. It's very touching, mate.
Yeah, mate, it's fucking mean. Oh.
They got the same potty mouth as your old man. That's good. So telling me, obviously you were a bit concerned. Were you concerned when they're coming together, come with that lap traffic? Did you think there might have been some damage done to the car?
Nah, I wasn't too concerned because I knew it was just a light tap. So I was like, sweet, I know it wasn't my fault. Fire up, go back to the front. So yeah.
All right, mate. So I mean, 40 laps. You wouldn't have done one of those before, have you?
No, I haven't done one of them before, but I want to do it again. Yeah.
What was the car like? We were just talking with Daryl before. Did anything start to go off? Like, did your brakes start to fade? Did you feel that the tyres were going off, or was it just hooked up the whole race?
No, it was just hooked up the whole race. Felt so good, and yeah.
It was obviously a good mood around the outside of Peter Skelton as well. We sort of thought he might have taken it to you a bit more, but I think he was just quite happy to be second spot and not wreck it and, perhaps ruin his chances for that second spot, eh?
Yeah, I knew I had to get Dutch early, otherwise he'll be gone, but so I made the move and stay where I was good, yeah.
Well, I've already done all your sponsors for you, so you don't have to worry about that. The only one I didn't do was Royce Clive Engineering and Valvoline, so the only other two there. But hey, congratulations, mate. That's a pretty good effort for for you. Now it's time to get the old man's car ready, apparently.
Yeah, get the old man's car, and then we can hopefully both be at the front.
Is that right? Well, that might start some fights at the old family dinner, hey?
Yeah, always win though.
Good stuff, mate. Righto, well, we're going to cut away now. Thanks very much to all those people that streamed up. Big thanks to Daryl, obviously, for fronting up, doing a fantastic job in the commentary as normal. Thanks to all those people that have been watching tonight. Just remember, if you're offended by the swearing, doesn't matter. Well, you've got a rating on there, so yes, take up knitting. All right, so that's about it from us. Just remember, tomorrow night, 5 p.m, we get back into it here at Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway for the 2023 Battle of the Streetstocks. It will be a wreck fest tomorrow night, that's for sure. Bye for now.